showdown as we are preparing for the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins to go on the road to LA to take on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. So, man, we've had an action-packed week as far as this week goes. We've had a very action-packed week. We have had the Chiefs surviving with another blocked field goal. We have loads of matchups that we had that were very, very close nail biters because, man, the game I recently called on Sunday night, that one was an amazing game. I'm still recovering from that. But this game is sure to be good. I do think the Miami Dolphins are going to win this game. I do have them picked. But I'm, of course, right now joined by my little puppy, Sarabi. So, she's one of the two puppies I have. Oh, I know you want to bark at the TV. But this is my little puppy here, little Sarabi. She's one of my two little pups. She's 3 years old, toy poodle. But my other pup, Nala, is laying down right now, so I'm just gonna hold on to Robbie for right now. Yeah, she's mainly calm and composed. It's pretty much cool with anything. But man, it's Veterans Day today, so happy Veterans Day to all of the veterans out there of the United States military and Navy, Air Force, everywhere. Because veterans, they're the ones that protect our country. We will see, of course, what ends up happening as the Miami Dolphins prepare to go on the road to LA to take on the Rams. The Rams last week unfortunately beat my team in overtime, the Seattle Seahawks. The Dolphins, though, are looking pretty good after a big close win against a very close loss to the Buffalo Bills, which is why I have the Dolphins in this game. I do think that the Dolphins are getting better, and they pretty much have to win this football game in order to keep their hopes of even making the playoffs alive, maybe by a smidge. Because, man, this is going to be a good game. The main thing I'm looking at for the Dolphins is to get that offense going early. And then for the defense of Miami is, of course, to try and limit the capability of the Rams offense because you got Cup to defend and Nakula that threw a punch last week. And then you got the Rams, which I think the Rams' key in this game is to try to get to a big lead because Miami, they are known to try to attempt to come back because you need to try it because Dolphins are not going to give up easy because their playoff hopes are potentially on the line tonight. As for the Rams' defense, it is to take away the ball as many times as they can. Of course, the Seahawks threw about 3 interceptions, which were bad throws, and they also ended up, I believe, forcing a fumble. I don't remember exactly. But I did call this game. I did see a little bit of flaws with the Rams, like their secondary was not looking too good against guys like JSN. Which, if you're going against guys on Miami that are like Tua, that have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and also along with other weapons like Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane. But we'll see what happens here. But don't forget to give props to Tillman and Rocky Blair. I'm not sure who those guys are. I'm thinking they're probably Ram players that have fallen in the past. But we're about to kick off on Monday Night Football. We had a thriller game yesterday as the Lions just edged out against the Houston Texans. So hoping for another nail biter here tonight. Because that game last night was really something. It was really a big determiner on why the Lions are the best team in the NFL right now. Okay, so we'll see what ends up happening in this football game, but we're going to see because we are about to kick off in this football game. So I'm hoping the Rams fall because I just don't think they're really good right now. Because the Seahawks pretty much gave the game to the Rams. And they outgained them in every single way. And still the Rams found a way to beat the Seahawks. I just think I think the Rams were just got lucky from the Seahawks miscues. Just from my perspective alone, because I watched the game. I know guys like Tom Guazi, Brandon Perna, and a few other guys are saying the Rams are going to win this game. But I actually saw the Rams play against my team. I saw them. So I think I might have a little advantage of my pick because I think the Dolphins right now are in desperation mode. They're in desperation mode right now because if they lose this game, their playoff chances are likely over because their schedule is not going to get any easier from here. So Miami needs to have a statement game tonight. And when you have guys on the squad like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and also a load of other pieces, maybe OBJ, you have to win this game in order to keep your playoff hopes alive. And some of the defense of Miami has struggled in the past few weeks. Of course, we're able to limit the Buffalo Bills to 30 last week, which is something because I was thinking they were probably going to have 40 posted on them. But the Dolphins, they showed a little bit more of a competitive edge, which is why I have the Dolphins in this football game. Because I think the Rams have a few little flaws in their secondary. I think they might have just gotten lucky against the Seahawks when the Seahawks had those miscues. And I actually watched the game, so I have a little bit of an advantage as far as analysis goes with my pick. So we'll see what ends up happening, but we're about to kick off as the Miami Dolphins go on the road into SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Rams, which Aaron Donald and Dan Marino are in the building, two legends for each of the respective teams tonight. And Sean McVay and Mike McDaniels meeting up for another time for the meeting up. I'm not sure how many times it has been because these two were former colleagues in Washington, a part of the Redskins, when the Redskins were the Redskins, now they're the Commanders. But we're underway. The Rams won the toss. They've elected to defer, and the Dolphins will receive first. It is into the end zone, and it will be a Dolphins touchback. And Tua, since this season, he is 1-3 this season, but his completion percentage has been really good. He's only had a 73% completion percentage, and he's thrown for more touchdowns than he has interceptions, so throwing 5 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions that he had against the Buffalo Bills on that Thursday night game before he ended up suffering that concussion. But we'll see if the Dolphins can try to keep their playoff hopes alive. So here we go. Tua in the back for the Dolphins, and a fake flip, and it throws. It is caught by Jalen Waddle already, and all the way down to the Rams, to their own 49-yard line, and already this Miami offense is moving. So let's see. So man, that was just a good pass. Waddle was wide freaking open, which is the reason why I did not pick the Rams, because their secondary looks flawed. It does. So we'll see what the Rams defense can do. But the pass rush, that is something though with Jared Verse and Brendan Fisk. But here we go. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins at the 49-yard line. And Tua looks to flip it, and he does to H-hand, but is wrapped down for a loss of 4. So that'll be a big loss. It was Byron Young in there on the tackle. The man that was guilty of that face mask that should have been called in 2 weeks ago's Thursday night football game. But we'll see if the Rams are actually a really good team. Because if they win this game, I'll no longer disrespect them. But they have a lot of guys out. Terran Armstead is out, and also Austin Jackson is out. 2 of their tackles are out this game, so some guys are going to have to step up in that role. But we'll see if the Rams can get a stop here. Tua, quick throw to H-Ham behind the line again. And he gets only one. That is just a bad play call. I do not like that play call. Of flipping it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just a terrible play call. And I do not like it when teams do that. So that brings up 3rd and 13 now for the Miami Dolphins in this opening drive. But can Tua find anyone downfield? Because that is going to be the main key of this football game if the Rams can try to limit those big explosive plays that the Dolphins have been known for creating in the past. But 3rd and 13 now for Miami. Tua looks to throw, has time, he's under duress, and he is going to look to throw. He does, and wide open is number 7, and he's got enough for the first down. It is Jalen Waddle with the catch. Waddle in his way for a first down. And Jalen Waddle makes a huge big-time catch and inside of Rams territory already on the first draw possession of this football game. And this was something I was looking at. The Rams, if they're going to win this game, they cannot give up those big passes down the field. And they already gave one up to Jalen Waddle. There was no defender even on him. Where was the defenders on that? I mean, come on, Rams. You got to at least show up. And the Rams are my Pops team. And a flip back. And oh boy, he's got dangerous room. Running, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. And the Dolphins take the lead early in this football game. It is Malik Washington, the rookie, for the touchdown. What a pass and what a trick play by Mike McDaniels. And the Rams give up a big explosive play, which is something I've been pointing at. But what a play by Malik Washington. One of the rookies on the squad. So that is an amazing play by the rookie. I'm not familiar with where Malik Washington is from. But I'm not familiar with his college. I think it was Virginia? I think I'll have to look that up. And the kick is on its way and right down the middle. And the first possession of the game is a Dolphins touchdown. And it is Malik Washington with the touchdown. Oh my goodness. I gotta see. I think that guy's a rookie. Let me see. Hey Siri, show me the Miami Dolphins roster. Okay, so Malik Washington. Let me see if I can find him. Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, not Siri. Hey Siri, what is the Miami Dolphins roster? Okay, let me see if I can find it. Oh, here he is. So, yeah, he's a rookie from Virginia. I was right on that. Rookie from Virginia. I was right on that. So, that's good. I was right on that pick because... Look, I mean, hey Siri, show me Malik Washington's stats. So he already has 3 receptions, but that I believe is Malik Washington's first career NFL touchdown. So that's his first touchdown of his young NFL career. So Malik Washington already gets a touchdown for the Miami Dolphins. As this game is already off to a good start for the Miami Dolphins. And now the Rams offense will come out, but we're on commercial, so be sure to shoot me down in the comments if in the chat if you do have any questions for me. I'll be able to answer them all game long. So be sure to shoot me in the chat. I get confused between the comments and the chat. Because chat is like live, and then the comments are like for when the video is over. So I've been getting very confused on those two terms. But if you have a question for me, be sure to shoot me down in the chat. But Matthew Stafford and the Rams will now come out onto the field. So Matthew Stafford has thrown for 6 touchdown passes in his last 2 games. Primarily I think it was 3 against the Seahawks that he had. But now he's going to have to come onto the field and try to lead his team to at least a score of some kind. As the Miami Dolphins are already up 7-0 on the Rams. And our Los Angeles Rams are my papa's team. And he's unfortunately watching from the heavens, but his Dodgers won also. So he's probably happy that his Dodgers won. But kick into the end zone, and it'll go into the end zone. It is a touchback. That'll move the Rams up to the 30-yard line. But the offense has been relatively good. They've had a 25.3 points per game in their 3-game win streak, and they've had no sacks allowed in the last 2 games. So we'll see if the Dolphins defense can get to them, because they're playing against a former teammate, Jalen Ramsey, which that could be a likely matchup. But Matt Stafford looks to throw, flips it to Williams, but he is wrapped down immediately. It is number 92, Steeler, for the sack, for the wrap down, and Kyron Williams was going nowhere on that one. And let's go, my goodness. As you can tell, I had the Dolphins because I picked them in this game because of the Rams' struggles against the Seahawks offense and defense, and also how lucky they got in their miscues. Well, that brings up 2nd and 20 after the 10-yard wrap down. Can Matt Stafford make some room? And a run to Kyron Williams. He gets about 6 yards on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd down for the Rams. And it'll bring 3rd down and very long for the offense. And it's Zach Steeler. This is his 7th game of the season, so he's been out for at least one of the games. But 3rd and 14 for the Rams. Can they convert? Stafford looks to throw, has time, throws it. It is caught by the tight end, and is not enough. Just about 3 yards short. It is Allen that tried to get it, but couldn't get it, and the Rams go 3 and out on their first drive. And something I was looking at, they have to put up points. If they're going to win this game, they got to put up points. And already the Dolphins are doing that, and the Rams, unfortunately, are not. So it was Allen. I'm trying to remember that guy's first name. Hey Siri, show me the Rams offensive roster. Hey Siri, show me the Rams roster. Okay, let me see if I can find that. Davis Allen. All right, Davis Allen was the one that made the catch, but 3 yards short. And already the Rams offense is forced 3 and out. And it is caught out of the sideline by Malik Washington, the man that had the touchdown earlier. And the Dolphins already find themselves up 7-0 after they forced a 3 and out on the Los Angeles Rams. And already the Dolphins seem to have it in their favor. So we'll see if they can keep that up. Just having a little tea from yesterday because my throat was a little sore. But in honor of Veterans Day, happy Veterans Day to all the viewers out there. But a great uncle of mine, I believe it was a great uncle of mine that battled in World War II, if I remember correctly. One of my uncles, right? Great uncle? I think it was one of them.
More like a step-grandfather.
My great step-grandfather, or, yeah, pretty much. But he fought in World War II. He passed away a few years ago. I met him only once. So, World War heroes are, some of the World War heroes have already passed away, which we still hold them dear to our hearts of what they did in World War II. But honor to all of the current veterans and old veterans of the United States of America, because we are grateful for what they do for our country. So, thank you to all the veterans. But, man, this game has already been off to a really rocky start for the Los Angeles Rams. After beating the Seahawks last week, they I knew there were some flaws going into this week. I knew there were some flaws. So, I pretty much had that in my favor. So, already it's looking like that so far. But can the Dolphins hang on? Because the Dolphins had a lead against the Buffalo Bills last week. But Tyreek Hill, they're showing something of Tyreek Hill in the pregame. He's been working out pretty much, working on his hands and his grip strength. Oh, and he's doing flips all over the place. And one of the touchdowns he had, he actually flipped with an iPhone. And that was just a funny celebration. He did get flagged for that. I don't remember which team it was against. I think it was against the Carolina Panthers last year. But, man, that was just a funny, hilarious celebration. But now the Miami offense is back out onto the field as they already had a touchdown on their first drive, trying to see if they can add it on this second drive. And Tua in the back. Tua looks to throw, throws it left side and incomplete, intended for Waddle. And could have been intercepted, but Tyreek Hill, he's been not too great against in the last 7 games. He's had 45.1 yards and has had 11.7 receptions per game and no touchdowns. That is the longest drought right now. Seeing if they can potentially get Tyreek Hill the ball today. Because he's not had a touchdown in 7 games. The only touchdowns he's had all season was in the first week 1 game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Pretty much other than that, that's been it. But Tua looks to throw, throws it right, and the receiver just wasn't even looking. And he wasn't even looking. Smith wasn't even looking. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10 coming up for Miami. And Smith was not able to coordinate that catch. He was already looking ahead for the route run, but he did not think to look back for the football. And just bad miscommunication by the Dolphins. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Dolphins. Can they convert? We'll see. Tua in shotgun. He throws, and it is incomplete over the head of Tyreek Hill. And it was Cameron Kitchens, the man in coverage, that had the game, that had a very big pick six against the Seahawks last week. And Cameron Kitchens was a man I really wanted. I was so ticked off when the Rams got him. I'll remember my exact reaction of when the Rams drafted him. Because I knew that this guy, Cam Kitchens, was a ball hawk. I knew he was a ball hawk, literally, because during his time in Miami, he was one of the best safeties for the Miami Hurricanes. But now a 3-and-out for the Miami Dolphins, but it goes out of bounds and a flag comes in, and it'll look like it's an illegal touching, or I'm not sure. The flag came in as he was catching the football. But we'll see what happens and what is going on, as we'll hear from the head referee for the first time today. It looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on the Dolphins. It seems that way. So it'll be 15 yards from the end of the kick. I don't know exactly who the unsportsmanlike was on. That is weird. I did not see that coming. Okay. That's relatively interesting. But we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go grab some water really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I just had to go get some water really quick. But already after that first drive, both sides went 3-and-out in consecutive drives. We've not seen a takeaway so far this football game. But, I mean, the Rams, they don't look so good early on. They don't look too smooth. Which I was concerned about them giving up those big plays. I was very concerned. And that was what they did gave up on the first drive, which was to Miami. They gave up the big plays, which they do not give up those explosive plays to the Miami Dolphins. If they're going to win this game, they need to limit those explosive plays. So, we'll see what ends up happening in this football game, but already off to a rocky start for the Los Angeles Rams. So, we'll see what ends up happening. But honestly, I don't think don't think the Rams are that good. I think they just got lucky last week. I just don't know. I need to see the Rams be the actual team first before I believe it. So we'll see. And Schoolable. I'm not sure what they're showing here. It was something between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that, but they were showing something up on the screen with like the shoeless. But Stafford hands it off to Kyron Williams, and he is gone nowhere as he is wrapped down by some of the Miami defenders. And Chris Shula is the current defensive coordinator for the Rams, the grandson of Don Shula. I guess that's why they brought it up. So, now I know why. So, 2nd and 9 for the Los Angeles Rams. They only picked up a gain of 1 on the carry. So, we'll see if they can try and convert a first down for the first down of this football game for the Rams. Stafford has time, tipped in the air, and almost caught by the Kool-Aid. Could have been intercepted. And Jordan Brooks was the man on coverage, the former Seattle Seahawk, in there. And I actually think the Seahawks should have tried to keep him, because Jordan Brooks was a main guy for the Seattle defense. And he had that pick six, of course, in the game against the 49ers last year. And it was Calais Campbell on the tip. It could have been likely intercepted, but Calais Campbell already causing some chaos, some havoc up front. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Rams at the 50-yard line. They have really good field position. It would be not really good if they couldn't improvise on this opportunity. And Stafford in trouble. He is sacked. And he is brought down by the rookie out of Penn State, Chop Robinson, as he is wrapped down by the rookie out of Penn State. Chop Robinson, or as I like to call him, Chop. My goodness, what a bring down by the rookie. What a big time sack for the rookie out of Penn State. Chop Robinson in there for the sack. And that forces another Rams 3-and-out. The second consecutive 3-and-out for the Rams this football game. And already something I'm concerned about. And Malik Washington tries to return it, gets it up to near the 16-yard line. Well, he doesn't get much after that. But the defense of Miami already stepping up this game as the rookie out of Penn State forced the 3-and-out. The rookie out of Penn State, Chop Robinson, with the big-time sack on Matthew Stafford. And Jordan Brooks was on the coverage on the first 2 plays of that drive. So Jordan Brooks being a big-time factor, a former Seattle Seahawk on the coverage. So we'll see if Jordan Brooks and the Miami defense can keep this up. Sorry about the pup in the background. That's my puppy Sarabi. She loves to bark at the TV. She barks at the TV whenever she sees an animal on the TV. But we'll see. This has already looked like a very curious start for the Los Angeles Rams. After beating the Seahawks last week, they have not looked too smooth, which was something I was looking on, which the Seahawks gave it up. They gave it away to the Rams that game. But we'll see. there's still plenty of time left in this football game. So the Rams, it's pretty much going to come down to whoever wins the turnover battle. Sorry about the barking in the background. It's my puppy Sarabi. She barks at animals on the TV. So she's been barking at the TV for some time. Hey, Sarabi, come here. Come here. I'm going to see if I can bring her up. Come on, Sarabi. Hey, come here. Sarabi, come here. Come here. Oh, there we go. There's Robbie. Well, we'll see. But, oh man, we got a good Monday night showdown next Monday as the Texans will take on the Cowboys in the battle for Texas. So we'll see on what happens there. This is my little pup, Sarabi. She's one of my two little dogs. I mentioned her at the beginning of the show. But we'll see what ends up happening. But this is my little pup. So, but Jason Sanders, the kicker for the Miami Dolphins, was from New Mexico. Had two brothers that were in the military. So that is really cool for Jason Sanders, the kicker for the Miami Dolphins. But two on the offense back out on the field for the Miami Dolphins, trying to convert and trying to get their second drive going. And third drive, trying to get a good play. Achane running in the left side. He gets about a pickup of 4 yards, maybe possibly 5. But Devon Achane gets a few yards on the carry. But the Miami offense already becoming a very big factor as they scored the first touchdown of this football game. But in most of the plays on that first drive, they were leaving guys wide open. And they just didn't see Malik Washington coming on that first touchdown. But we'll see if the Dolphins can keep that up. But let's see what they can do. So 2nd and 6 coming up for Miami. And it's a flip back to Achane. Tries to cut back, but he's not going to get anywhere as he is tackled near the line of scrimmage by Kobe Turner and also along with Roberts, I think. But I'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Dolphins. Another 3rd down. The consecutive 3rd down for the Dolphins in the last 2 drives. They have not converted a first down yet since that first drive. Now, can they convert it? So, yeah, that was Malik Washington's first touchdown of his career. So, let's see if the Rams can get a stop or if the Dolphins can get a huge first down. And 3rd and 6 coming up for Miami. Tua takes a snap, looks to throw, has time, throws. It is caught by Raheem Mostert, who spent some time with the 49ers and gets a first down for the Miami Dolphins. Raheem Mostert has been one of the most fastest athletes in the NFL. He spent some time with the 49ers, of course, during their run in Super Bowl 54, during the time of when the Niners lost to the Chiefs and when Mahomes became the legend that he is. So Raheem Mostert trying to rejuvenate his career because he's not been to the Super Bowl with either team since. So we'll see if he can be a big impact for the Dolphins today. But hands it off down the left to Jalen Wright, but it stood up for a loss of 2. And the rookie out of Tennessee was wrapped up by Kobe Durant. So that will bring up a 2nd down and maybe possibly 12 after the hit. So 2nd and 13 now. But it was the rookie out of Tennessee trying to get the big play. But just didn't fool this Rams defense. Yeah, that is just not a good play at all. And the offensive line tried their best, but Kobe Turner was just the man that got him. 2nd and 13 now for the Dolphins. Tua has the shotgun throws. It is caught. It is OBJ for his first catch of the night. Only gets about a gain of 4. That brings up 3rd and manageable for the Dolphins, and they're going to try to move it quickly. So let's see if the Dolphins can try to convert here. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins trying to attempt to extend their lead. They lead 7-0 right now ahead of Los Angeles. Can they convert? 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Miami Dolphins. Can they convert? And Tua takes a snap, looks to throw, has time. He throws, it is tipped in the air and incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as it was Kobe Turner with the back down. So that is just a big time play for this defense of the Rams. And it wasn't a 3-and-out, but still, they were able to get the stop when they had to. And off of the helmet of Kobe Turner. So Tua trying to get something going for Miami, but just couldn't do it. But he already gave them the lead early in this football game, but you cannot have your defense constantly out on the field. So we'll see what happens, but it is going to be out of bounds. So we'll see where the spot is that the refs give them. And all the way out to like around the 30-yard line. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Rams after this quick 30-second break. But I mean, this is a very interesting start for the Rams after beating the Seattle Seahawks in overtime last week. I did have some concerns because they looked soft against the Seahawks. And this is probably the big determining game for the Rams, if they can actually compete or if they're just not that good of a team. So we'll see what happens here, but some of the players on the Rams defense able to get some rest. But we'll see what happens here. But the Dolphins have already controlled the ball for most of this first half, so for about 7 minutes. So the possession battle is going to be key. So we'll see if the Rams can hold on to it. But Stafford takes the snap, looks to throw. He is in trouble. Looks to throw, and he does. It is caught, but Tua Tagovailoa throws out of bounds. So hold on a second. I'm muting myself. Sorry, it's a car alarm in the back, and then the pups are barking at it. So let's try to mute myself so that way I can tell the girls to zip it. But Sarab, no barking. So Stafford completed a pass to the right of Tua Tagovailoa for a 6-yard gain, but another play coming up for the Rams. And Stafford has Kyren Williams in the back. And a fake handoff to Williams and throws. It is caught. It is a 1st down. It is the rookie out of Michigan, Blake Corum. The first time I have seen him today. The first time I've seen Blake Corum play for the Rams. And, I mean, this brother, I have a lot of faith in Blake Corum in the future. Because this man, Blake Corum, I watched him during his time at Michigan. And I felt like he could be a possible steal pick. And I'm glad that he got out there for a play. So, let's see if he can keep that up. I believe he's in the backfield again, or that's Kyren Williams. But 1st and 10 for the Rams, the first down of the Rams this football game. Corum picks up about a gain of 5. First time we've seen this rookie out of Michigan. I've had a lot of faith in this man since he arrived with LA. I did not see him much during the game against Seattle. So he'll step up really good in the role of Kyren Williams as well. I think right now they have one of the most sneaky running back duos in the National Football League, or at least in the NFC West. But of course, not ahead of Seahawks and the K9 and Charbonnet connection. But 2nd and 5, there's a flag down. I believe it was possibly an illegal shift. It is a gain of 4 if it stands. There was a flag down, so this one could possibly be coming back. Looks like a potential illegal shift. So, yeah, it's looking that way. Yep, it is looking that way. So, we're waiting to hear if it's going to be declined. Yep, an illegal formation on the Rams. So, that'll back them up 5 yards. Blake Corum originally had it to around 1 yard of a first down, but instead of that, it is backed up by 5 yards after the penalty. But we'll see if the Rams can do something. But the Rams won a Super Bowl in 2021 during the time of when Stafford first arrived. So we'll see what the Rams can do. Stafford hands it off up the middle to Corum, and he gets a gain of 3 on the carry. And that brings up 3rd down and manageable, and Corum will come off the field in place for Tyron Williams. And Blake Corum, I like that he's getting some playing time. I do like that he's getting some playing time. He was a 3rd-round pick in this past year's draft. He has yet to score a touchdown, so we'll see if the Rams do get Kyron Williams that touchdown, but they need to get the first down first. 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Los Angeles Rams. Seeing if they can possibly try to convert. Stafford looks to throw. Has time. Throws it down the middle. Intercepted! It is picked off by the former Ram. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It was number 6. I thought it was Jalen Ramsey for a second. But the Dolphins get the first takeaway of this football game. And it is Walker. And the Dolphins get the first takeaway of this football game. Let's go. So that means that the Dolphins, let's see, did it hit the ground? Nope, that did not touch the ground. That did not touch the ground. So that will stand as called. So it was Calais Campbell bringing the pressure. And he might have gotten his hand on it. I think Calais Campbell might have gotten his hand on it. And it was Walker Jr. that picked it off. So let's see who that was. I'm going to see on who that was in a little bit after we go to a commercial, as we have a minute left in the first quarter. Out to the 46-yard line of Miami after the interception. And Tua flips it back to Achane. Achane breaks a move, and he's got a first down to the Rams 40 and inside the Rams territory, as the Rams defense not looking too smooth early to start us off. But this is his 6th straight game with an interception. That is tied the longest streak of his career. So Stafford not looking too smooth either. Well, we'll see if the Rams can keep this up, but they need to do something right now on defense in order to try to limit the Miami offense. But we're near the end of the first quarter, but we'll get at least one more play. Achane gets about 1 yard carry, maybe 1.5 yards, but that will take us to the end of the first quarter, as the Miami Dolphins have the lead 7-0 against the Los Angeles Rams, after having the first interception of this football game made by Walker Jr. The defense of Miami absolutely stepping up this football game. We'll see if they can continue it in the second quarter, so we'll see about that. Now I'm going to check on that defensive player. He's here. What is the Miami Dolphins roster? Just going to see if I can find that name. So it's number 6. Anthony Walker Jr. So it was Anthony Walker. So that was a good pick by Anthony Walker. I had to get his first name. So that is a really good play made by the Miami Dolphins. And they have a chance to potentially get some more points on the board. Let's see if they can possibly do it. But next Thursday night, in 3 days from today, we are going to have a battle for the East, as we have the Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. That is going to be an amazing game. That is going to be very, very good game. So we'll see. I might potentially do that one live. I'm still trying to figure out some of my tech. I'm still trying to figure out some technology of like a computer software. I'm still trying to figure that out. So if I do go live, I might have that set up. If I don't, I'll still be on the iPad and I'll have it playing on Twitch TV /Prime on my computer, so that way I can call those plays for that game. I could potentially be doing that. I'll have to wait for my work schedule as well. So For right now, I have that day off, so I may potentially call that game. I'm not sure yet of the Commanders and the Eagles. So we'll see. I might potentially call that one. I'm not sure yet. But if I do, this would be the first Eagles game and Commanders game that I would call. It would be the first game that I've called for either of those NFC East teams. So we'll see if that can possibly be the case. So I'll have to wait for my schedule to pop up. But it looks like we're close to coming back from commercial. So the Rams throwing an interception to Anthony Walker. So that is going to be a big time miscue. So we'll see if the Rams can come back in this. So it's still a little early. So the Rams still have plenty of time to come back. So the offense of Miami needs to put up as many points as they can, because they know that the Rams can try to come back at any given moment. As we saw with the Seahawks last week when they had a 10-point lead. So Tua flips it back to Jalen Ward, and Wright gets about 7 yards on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd down and short coming up for the Miami Dolphins. The rookie out of Tennessee with a big gain on the carry, which sets up 3rd and short coming up for the Miami Dolphins. Seeing if the Dolphins can try to get a 1st down, trying to add on to their lead. So it is 3rd and 2 coming up for the Miami Dolphins and this offense of Miami, which has been very loaded, but has been mainly held back because of Tua's injury, because he had that concussion in the week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. But Tua looks to throw, has time, throws it down the right, wide open, it's caught by Waddle. Or no, it is incomplete. Popped in and out of the hands of Jalen Waddle. So now bring up 3rd down. Now bring up 4th down. And that will force the Dolphins to punt it away or kick a field goal. I think they're at least in field goal range. So they could try a field goal, which would then put them up by 10. Oh my gosh. Waddle almost had it. He was that close to catching it. If he just angled himself right, he could have made that catch. But Jason Sanders, a 50-yard attempt coming up for the Miami Dolphins. Let's see if they can get this field goal. Kick is on the way. It is long enough, and it is good. Miami extends their lead to 10 as the field goal from Jason Sanders is up and through. And what a big game, big time drive by this Dolphins offense early in this 2nd quarter. So 14 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, but we'll see what the Rams can do and try to respond. But they have not put up a touchdown or any points yet. So there's some room for concern for Rams, for the Ram fans. So there's some room for concern. So we'll see if the Rams can try and come back. They came back from a 10-point lead against the Seahawks last week. But can they come back against the Miami Dolphins? And which Miami ain't Seattle, I know that much. But Seahawks do have a better record than the Miami Dolphins. But, oh man, right through the hands of him. He almost had it. It looked like from the angle of what we saw on the camera, it looked like he had caught it, but no, it went right through the hands of Waddle. So we'll see if the Rams can try to respond as we got a kickoff down the field. And it will be returned, and it is going to be wrapped. Oh no, he stays on his feet. And it's that time going to be wrapped up around the 15-yard line. And the Miami Dolphins, are just doing a lot to this Rams offense. But the Niners almost lost to the Buccaneers this week, but they barely survived. But the Steelers upset the Commanders with Mike Williams catching the game-winning touchdown. The Chiefs escaped as well after a blocked field goal on the last play of the game. But there was a lot of surprises this week. And then, of course, the Lions and Texans game. But, which is one I called just yesterday. Stafford fakes the flip handoff. It is caught on the side by Cooper Kupp. The first time we've heard his name called today for a gain of 7. But that is going to bring up 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Los Angeles Rams. Oh my goodness. So 3rd down coming up. So 2nd and 4, my bad. Stafford looks to throw. It is caught by Nakula, the man that threw the punch, gets his first catch of the game. Hopefully he doesn't throw a punch this game, because that would be bad. And of course he does not want to get himself tossed like he did last week. But we'll see if Nakula can stay in, because he threw a punch and you do not want to throw a punch. But Stafford looks to throw, has time, flips it to Kyron Williams, but is going nowhere on the play, as it is the former Rams teammate Jalen Ramsey on the bring down. And Jordan Brooks going over there to give him some credit, because Jalen Ramsey is still one of the best corners in the National Football League, because he can do a lot of things for the Dolphins secondary. So we'll see if he can keep that up, but only a gain of 1 on the carry. And Stafford looks to throw. He is being pressured, throws it. It is caught by Top, but is only going to get a pickup of 2. And it's wrapped down by some of Miami's defenders. And that'll bring up 3rd and manageable for the Rams. As that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Los Angeles. But the Rams, they have not looked so good. I don't know what's going on. I think it's mainly the bad teams playing. I think it's mainly bad teams. Oh, I got this call from a friend of mine. I'm doing a live stream right now, so unfortunately I cannot call him. Let me just let him know that. But so it's 3rd and 7 coming up for the Los Angeles Rams, trying to get a 1st down. Stafford, he is in trouble. He is wrapped down and sacked by Calais Campbell, and a big-time sack made by the Dolphins defense. So I'm going to let my pal know. I'm doing a live stream right now. I'll call you after. If you want to tune in, I sent you the link. So we'll see what happens in this football game, but another 3 and out forced by the Miami defense. But 4th and 12 coming up for the Rams, but they're going to punt it away. They do not want to even try to risk it. So it'll be returned, or possibly returned, in Malik Washington. Oh, he got trucked out of the sideline, and it is down to the 36-yard line. And my goodness, we have witnessed a very big game. Oh man, we had a big game just yesterday between the Lions and the Texans. That was a big time game. I made a video a little while ago where I was talking about why the Lions are the best team in the NFL right now. So I made a video on that. I have that in my channel's description, so be sure to go check that out if you all get a chance. But we'll see what the Rams can do to try to make an effort to come back. But it's not looking so smooth for the Los Angeles Rams, being forced 3 and out 3 times today. So we'll see what happens. But the Rams, they do not look so good. And I was looking at this, thinking, I had a view of what I was seeing. Unlike Tom Grossi and Brandon Byrne, they weren't actually watching the game. I was, for one, watching it because I had my eyes locked on that game. Because I'm a Seahawks fan. And that game is a big-time game for me. But next week, the Seahawks will take on the 49ers. So I might go live for that. I might not, because I might swap games because I do not want to feel the pain of that. But, oh man, I might go live, but that game is going to probably be ugly. I'm hoping the Seahawks can finally pull off a win against the 49ers. I'm hoping that can happen. But, hey, girls, no barking. But we'll see. The Rams have not looked so good early on in this football game. And we saw this offense just not look so good in the first quarter, in the first half. And then they got off to a fiery start in the second half. But that is why I think the Dolphins need to get into as big of a lead as they possibly can. Because what they did against Seattle, that is going to be a very big indicator because they need to keep that lead if they're going to have this ball game go in their favor. But we're still in the second quarter with around 11 minutes to go. It is still 10-0 in favor of Miami. So no touchdowns or field goals for the Rams so far. So it is 1st and 10 for Tua and the Dolphins. He was 4 of 4 on the first drive. Since then, he's only had 2 completions out of 7 passes. We'll see if he can improve on that category throughout. But Tua hands it off, but it's snuffed out immediately as the defense would not be fooled, as it was Jared Verse, the rookie out of Florida State, with the bring down. And this man has honestly been a really big freak athlete. He is an amazing rusher and just can break through guys. He can get up to the quarterback or running back. It was a run to Acham, but was snuffed out immediately by Jared Verse. And, I mean, this man, I thought it was a bad pick because of the way that Florida State has looked this season. But he's really talented, and he got out of Florida State at the right time. But Tua looks to throws. It is intercepted by the Rams. Returning down the right side, it is number 56. And that's the first interception thrown of this game for the Los Angeles Rams. But hold on, there is laundry. Hold on, so it could be pass interference. Possibly, maybe. Is it against the Rams? If the flag is against the Rams defense, then that immediately outrules this play. But let's see what the flag is. Let's see what it was. I think it might have came after the play. So, we're still waiting on the word of the flag. Was it during the process of the interception? So it is a personal foul on the Rams. I think it was on the return. So the Rams will get the ball back after the interception, but it was Brendan Fisk guilty of the illegal blindside block, I think. And let's take a look at that play again. I didn't see much. They're showing Brendan Fisk now. So, yeah, that's probably what they're looking at. So, now instead of being down near the 10, they're backed up all the way to their 43. But it's a handoff to Kyren Williams. He is going to get about 3 yards on the carry, but it's not going to get enough. Ball came out, and the Dolphins have it. Oh my goodness. Kyren Williams fumbled it, and it's recovered by Miami. Oh my goodness. Was it a fumble? They're saying it's a fumble and a recover by Miami. Oh my goodness. Right off the bat, Miami gets the ball back. Let's see what happened here. Oh yeah, the ball came loose just before his knee touched the ground. Oh, wait a minute, his knee might have been down. Let's see. No. That ball was out. The ball was out, and the Dolphins get a big-time fumble recovery. Holy cow, this game has just been insane. That ball is just loose. His knee did not touch before that ball came loose. Ooh, that is close. But the Dolphins, they got a big-time takeaway. I think that is going to stand as called because I don't see enough definitively to overturn that call. I don't see enough definitive evidence as a high school ref that would overturn that call. So, 1st and 10 for Miami after the fumble. Tua throws it. It is caught in stride. It is Tyreek Hill first down for Miami. The first time we've seen the Cheetahs number called today. As Tyreek Hill gets a big catch for a huge first down. Holy cow. What a massive indication we've seen in the last two drives, in the last two plays. We had the interception by the Rams and then a forced fumble by the Miami defense. So immediately the defense of Miami answers. So we'll see what happens here tonight. So this is Hill's first catch of the game. So 1st and 10 for Miami inside the Rams 49-yard line. Hand off to Achane, but he's going to be wrapped down and he's going nowhere on that play. He lost some negative yards on that play. But the run game of Miami has not looked so good, which is why I think they need to rely more on the pass. So, yeah, they just don't look so good in the run game. Javon Achane and Jalen Wright and those guys are not looking so smooth. They are getting stood up at the line. They are just getting pummeled. And the Rams defense is notorious for stopping the run. So 2nd and 13 now coming for Miami, backed up to their own 48-yard line. It is a flip back to Achane, and that is just a bad play call. Wrapped down for a loss of 1. I do not like teams that do that play call because it is the most predictable play in the book. Because if you throw behind the line of scrimmage to a running back, they're going to snuff that out every time. So that is just so frustrating if you're a Dolphins fan. But 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 13 after the wrap down, but they need a big time pass down the field this time. So we'll see what happens tonight. But 3rd down and 13 for Miami. Tua looks to throw, has time. He is being pressured and he is sacked. Ball came loose and it is still out. Who recovered it? And the Rams have it. Jared Verse. Another fumble recovery, this time by the Rams. And 2 turnovers for each side. 3 turnovers in the last 5 plays. My goodness, and a bad missed play call by the Miami Dolphins. Tua was constantly getting pressured and under duress. And he had a man wide open on the right, but was just being pressured so hard that he lost the ball and Jared Verse ended up recovering it. So we'll see if that is going to lead to points for the Rams because they've not been able to put up points at all this game. So, I mean, the turnovers are good for the Rams, but can they get points? Because they've not put up a single point this game, unlike the game against Seattle last week. But 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 36-yard line. And Stafford fakes the handoff, looks to throw, throws it left side. It is caught by Nakula, 1st down. Or wait a minute, did he lose control? They are saying for the moment that it's a 1st down, but Miami defenders, oh wait a minute, the referees are having a discussion. It is incomplete. It is overruled to incomplete. Let's see what happened. Oh, yep, Nakula didn't secure it. He did not secure it. So that is a good call by the officials. Yeah, he just could not secure it. Just could not secure it. It bopped in and out of his hands. So, in his 2nd down and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams, can they get some points on the board? Because they have not put up a single point in this first half. They're already in field goal range, trying to avoid being backed up. And wait a minute, and there is a potential flag as there was the play clock ran out. And it appeared to have been a delay of game, possibly. No, it is a timeout called by the Rams, which will avoid the delay of game. But already, the Rams are down by 10. It was 7 minutes and 31 seconds to go in this first half. But we'll see what ends up happening because the Rams have not looked so good in this first half. They have looked atrocious. So, we'll see what happens. But the Rams, they need to do something because they are not looking so good. They are not looking so smooth right now. But the Rams already looking super good. Let me just send a text here really quick. But we'll see. The Rams have been off to a rocky start this football game. They have not looked so good. So we'll see if the Rams can do something because they are not looking so good. Their offense can't get anything going at this moment. Their defense has been able to get those takeaways, but they've not been able to put up points. And primarily that's going to be the case. If they lose this game, their offense is going to be the blame. Because that is what I'm looking at. Because the offense can't get anything going against a terrible Miami defense. And I don't know exactly what rank the Miami's defense is. I do know it's like 20. I think, I'm not sure. 20th in rank, I think. Somewhere around that marker. So we'll see if the Rams can actually be legit. Because I most certainly don't think they are. Because of the close win they had against the Seattle Seahawks. I just don't believe in the Rams right now. If they beat Miami, then I'll start to believe in them a little. But I'm more on the Cardinals than the Rams. Just from looking at this. But Dan Marino in the building as well. And also along with Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald in the building and also along with fellow Super Bowl champion Andrew Whitworth and Mr. Fake Goat James in the building. And Mookie Betts also. So, I mean, LeBron, I still don't think that guy's the GOAT. The people that say he's the GOAT are dead wrong because it's MJ. But 2nd and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams. Can they convert? Stafford looks to throw, throws it down the right. It is caught in stride, but it's trucked by Jordan Brooks, or I don't know. Fuller. It's trucked by Fuller, but it's a first down for the Rams. And finally, the Rams are moving this football. Cooper Kupp was the man that caught it. But the Rams, they need points on this drive regardless. They need points. If they can't get any points on this drive, they're going to go into the half scoreless. So 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 22-yard line of Miami. So we'll see if the Rams can finally put up some points. Stafford hands it off up the middle to Williams. Gets only 2 yards on the gain, but is not going to be hardly enough for a first down. As that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Los Angeles Rams. Ooh, man. I've had a busy day today. Been all over the place, but we'll see if the Rams can get some points on this drive. They need to if they're going to have a shot in this football game. So Rams, we'll see if they're legit. But 2nd down and 7. Stafford, he is being pressured by Campbell. Throws it left, and it is incomplete. Oh, wait, no, they're saying it's a catch by Puka Nacua, but it's not going to be enough for a first down, as they'll bring up 3rd and manageable for the Los Angeles Rams. Let's see if he caught it. I want to see this. Oh, yeah, he caught it just before his left elbow touched. And his rear end was on the ground long before that, so technically that's a catch because any part of the body being down, if not the foot, has to be either the knee or the tailbone. So 3rd and 4 coming up for the Rams. Can they convert points on this drive? 3rd and 4. Stafford throws it right. It is incomplete, intended for Davis Allen. And just couldn't hold on. And the Rams are going to have to be forced to a field goal. But can they bank it through? But the Dolphins, they're doing good on defense today. They are limiting the Rams as much as they can. And the Rams are just not looking so good on offense. They've had a few games of plays that they could have gotten big plays on. But other than that, they've not looked so smooth. 3rd down and 4 coming up for a 34-yard attempt coming for the Rams. And the kick is on its way, and it is right down the middle. It is good. The first points of the game for the Rams are a field goal. So the Rams, Stafford already ticked off on the sideline, showing some visible frustration because the Rams offense just not looking so smooth from what we saw against the Seattle Seahawks. But It's still a little early, so there's still time. Oh, and that Red One movie is going to be very fun. So we'll see what ends up happening. Oh my goodness, that movie just looks funny from Red One, but we'll see. But the Rams, they just don't look so smooth off the bat. So we'll see if the Rams can put some points up, but it's not looking like they can. But they did get a field goal, so that is good news for the Rams. But they need to do something else other than just get a field goal. They need a touchdown to at least try to tie the game, and they need to try to limit the offense of Miami. They've been able to do so for the last few drives, other than, of course, forcing them to that one field goal since the first drive. So we'll see if Miami can keep their streak up, if they can try to win this game, trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. And their hopes are very slim right now because they right now are trying to get back in the race of their division, which it's not looking like they're going to even get close to the Buffalo Bills. But if you're an AFC team, you need to look at the wild card because that is pretty much what the Dolphins are trying to fight for. They need to try and make the playoffs. I'm not sure what the AFC playoff picture is, but I know there's a lot of teams in that race. Let me see the standings, actually. Hey Siri, show me the NFL standings. So let me see here. So right now, teams that are close into the making the playoff picture are surprisingly the Chargers and the Broncos that just lost this past week. But the Dolphins, they are dead last in their division right now. So they need to win this game not only to stay alive in their division race, but also to stay alive for the potential wild card. Because they need to win, have like a 5-game win streak to get back in that picture. And oh boy, we're having technical difficulties again. And there's been multiple times that we've had technical difficulties. Let me see if I can get this fixed here really quick. Oh, there we go. Alright, we got it back. It was just doing a little glitch in and out. But it goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Miami Dolphins. But 5 minutes, 46 seconds left to go in the first half. But we'll see. But the Rams, they've been looking really good as of late. Of course, they won that Super Bowl with the in Super Bowl 56 between the Rams and the Bengals, which I was not a YouTuber at that time. But this is going to be a really interesting second half because so far Miami has been dominating both sides of the ball in this football game. But Tua flips to, it's a reverse to Hill, and he gets a few yards as he is tossed out of bounds. Only a pickup of potentially 6 on the carry, and they are known for those wide receiver reverses, which that has been a really good play call for some teams because Seattle seem to do some more stuff like that. And right now, I think Brian Grubb is on the hot seat. Like some of the youngest current active head coaches, one of them is Mike McDonald, who is the youngest coach in the National Football League right now, just behind of Gerard Mayo and also along with Sean McVay. Mike McDonald is currently 37 years old, as Sean McVay is only a year older than him. But Tua hands it off up the middle. He's got enough for a first down. It is Devon Achane for the first down. So Miami trying to get something going before the end of the first half. They have about under 5 minutes left to go to try to get some points on the board. But I think right now they personally need to try to get a touchdown, if not a field goal, because we know if the Rams are going to go into the second half with only 3, they are going to try to come back like they did against Seattle. We know that. But let's see if the Dolphins can try and get a first down. Tua looks to throw, flips it back to Hill, and he is going to get positive yards on that game. That play has never not normally worked because it was Achane. But we've seen a lot of current head coaches that were under Mike Shanahan, and that is of course Raheem Morris, Mike McDaniel, Matt LaFleur, Kyle Shanahan, and also Sean McVay, which are all currently having a lot of success right now. So, I mean, of course, then other than Mike McDaniels and the Dolphins, but we'll see if they can get a win tonight. But Tua looks to throw, has time, pressure's coming. He flips out to his left. He just needs to go down, and he does. He is sacked. It is Byron Young on the sack, and that'll bring up third and very long after the sack. But I just worry when Tua is being pressured like that because of his concussion history. That just brings very massive concern when that happens. So Kobe Turner was one of the men bringing the pressure, and then Byron Young blindsided him from the side. It looks like he's okay though. So luckily his head didn't hit. So luckily he doesn't have a concussion for now. Hopefully he stays that way. 3rd and 20 coming up for Miami, trying to convert a big time first down. Tua looks to throw, flips it. It is caught behind the line to Achane. Achane gets most of the yardage back, but is not going to get nearly enough, as that'll force another Dolphins punt. But man, the Rams defense has been standing tall throughout since the first drive. They've been doing their best to limit the Dolphins. But the first quarter, the Dolphins had 103 yards. They've only been limited to 8 in the second quarter. So the Rams have been doing a really good job of limiting this high stacked Miami offense. And kick nearly blocked, but it is going to go out of bounds out near the 4. And we'll see where the officials spot it, but it's going to be near their own end zone. But some of the notable draft gems for this team has been mainly Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Kobe Turner, and Byron Young. So we'll see if these guys can lead this team to a big win, because they need to win this game in order to stay alive for the NFC West. So they need to do this to keep their season alive, to try to win the division, because whoever wins the West is going to make the playoffs. And that's going to be the lone NFC West team. Out to the 9-yard line, but handoff up the middle to Kyron Williams. Gets about 9 yards on the carry, but and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Rams trying to get some points on the board before half. But the Dolphins and Rams have gone back and forth as far as takeaways go, and also big time sacks. But both defenses being the primary defensive battle after the first drive of Miami. So we'll see if the Rams can try to come back. But they need to score a touchdown on this drive before the next half. We'll see if they can do that. I just don't know with the Rams. I'm not sold on them yet. But if they win this game, then I might be sold on them. So we'll see. Oh man, this game has been really good, but we're nearing the end of the first half. So we'll see what the Rams can do to try to put up a response. We are currently on commercial, so be sure to shoot me some questions if y'all get a chance. Or in the live chat if you all want to shoot me down some questions. So we'll see what the Rams can try to do on this drive. But we'll see what ends up happening. But I'm going to give my friend a call at the half, because my good pal Jack Long, he's a good pal of mine. He is my best friend, actually. He's a really good pal of mine. And his father is a Seahawks fan like me, and then his mother is a Detroit Lions fan. So it's not going to be kind of a split building. So I'm going to give a call up to him to see if he can answer. I'm going to call him at the half. So I'll see if I can possibly put him on speaker because I could potentially get a good discussion, but we'll of course wait and see what happens in this football game. But I might try to do some more call-ins by some of my close colleagues from that are also sport fans. So we'll see. But I might start to try to do that a little bit more. So we're nearing the halftime marker. I'm going to give my friend a call here, and so that way we can talk a little bit about that game, because I know that my good pal Jack is going to want to talk about that game. Because, I mean, I've not talked to him yet about that game. So I really want to talk to him about that game, because that game last night was crazy. So it is a 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Rams. At their own 18, they need to get a touchdown at least on this drive. But Stafford hands it off up the middle. He's got it up for a 1st down to Kyron Williams, and just gets a gain of 2, enough for a Rams 1st down. But the clock will continue to tick, as they're going to try to get a playoff very quickly. And with a minute 43 to go, Stafford takes the snap, throws midfield, and is caught by Nakula. Only a gain of 9, and is short of the 1st down again. And now bring up 2nd down and 1. They're going to try to run it quickly, because they want to try to get it into the red zone area, or at least in the field goal range. 2nd and 1 coming for the Rams. Stafford looks to throw, throws it right. It is caught by Davis Allen, is wrapped down immediately, and the Rams might want to try to start using some of their timeouts. But they have 2 timeouts. What are they doing not using them? It is 1st down for the Rams, and Stafford looks to throw, throws it, it is caught. What are they doing? They're not using any of their timeouts. And Kyron Williams is enough for a 1st down, but they got to run it quickly. What are they doing? They're wasting a lot of time. About 45 seconds to go. The Rams have not called a single timeout yet. Stafford in shotgun throws it left side, looking deep, and it is incomplete. It was DeMarcus Robinson that was the intended target. The man that had the game-winning touchdown last week against the Seattle Seahawks. But, I mean, they need to do something big time here. So it brings them 2nd down and 10, but it does stop the clock because it was an incomplete pass. So the Rams are trying to get at least in the field goal range. Each team has had a fumble and an interception. So it is 2 turnovers apiece. So I'm going to give my pal a call here at the half. So let's just see what his reactions were to the Detroit Lions game. But Matt Stafford throws it. He's caught by Williams, and he is going to get close to and he got a 1st down, but they got to run it quickly, and they are going to finally call a timeout. About time, Sean McVay. About dang time. Because I think they probably should have used the timeout back in, like, when they were with 1 minute. Now they have only 1 timeout. So, I mean, the Rams need to get some points on this drive in order to have at least a shot in the 2nd half. Because, remember, they get the ball to start the 2nd half. Because they deferred it to the Dolphins in the 1st half. So, we'll see if the Rams can put some points on the board before the half. They'll get the ball to start the 2nd half. Oh my goodness, my right eye is so watery. But we'll see. 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. And Stafford looks to throw. He is in trouble. Lost the football. It is still loose. And it is recovered by the Rams. Oh, that could have been costly. That could have been very costly for the Los Angeles Rams. And now Sean McVay is going to have to use another timeout. And that'll be his last timeout. Pressure coming in off of the left side. I'm trying to get the number 58, Bell on the pressure that forced the ball out. Oh, number 56, my bad. But what a pop out. And the Rams are going to have to call that last timeout. Or wait, why is the clock stop and why does the Rams have still 1 timeout remaining? Did they call timeout? Because right now it's showing that they clearly called a timeout. Oh, yep, the timeout just went away. Okay. I want to know if they called that timeout, though. So, second down and 19 with 19 seconds to go. No timeouts remaining for Los Angeles. Throws it right. It is caught by Nakula, and he is wrapped down. The Rams are going to have to get the play off quickly because they are trying to get a field goal at the very least. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, and they get it off with 3 seconds to go. And their kicker is going to come out and kick. It'll be, I think, George Kirby. I'm not familiar with the kicker. So it looks like Kirby will come out to kick for the Rams and try to attempt a field goal to end the first half. Joshua Cardi, trying to kick a 55-yard field goal attempt to try to get them with at least 4. This will put them within 4 going into the half. Kick is on its way. It is long enough, and it is high enough, and it is up and through. The Rams get a field goal to end the first half. So they'll get the ball to start the second half, but it is 10-6 in favor of the Rams. Now I'm going to give my friend a call to see if I can call him in. So let me give him a call really quick. And I'm going to put him on speaker for all you guys as well. Okay, let's see if I can get it.
Hello?
Hey Jack, how's it going?
It's going good.
Man, I saw that Lions game. I know you texted me about that earlier.
Yeah, my mom was watching it.
Yeah, I bet she was because I know your mom is a Lions fan. I know that.
And they're having a really good season.
And also, I have you on live of my live stream because I have a live stream going on right now, so I got you live. I got you on speaker, so if you're comfortable with that, I'm not sure if you are or not, but are you comfortable with that?
No, I'll let you do your live stream.
Oh, okay, because I wanted to see if you could, what was your reaction really quick to the Lions and Texans game? What were your thoughts on that?
I was actually pretty shocked they managed to come back because considering they were down by 2 touchdowns, I didn't think they had it considering Texans were 4-0 at home. But
yeah,
they managed to pull things off when they did, and at the time when it mattered.
I mean, and Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions in that game. And the last team, and I looked this up, and the last team that came back from 15 points and had 5 interceptions was the 1970 Baltimore Colts, from what I looked up. So that was about 50-something years ago.
Probably once in a lifetime thing would see it happen.
Yeah, I was going crazy. I'm not sure if you saw my play call that I sent you.
I haven't seen it yet, actually.
Oh man, I was going. I was really hyped about when I saw that because I know how much your mom is a Lions fan and then your dad is also a Seahawks fan, from what I know.
Well, my dad's parents is a Vikings fan.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that, but the Vikings are actually looking pretty good right now. They were 5-0 to start off the year.
Yeah. I do think this is going to be the year where Lions get to the Super Bowl for the first time.
I totally agree with you there. I totally agree. I do think they might try. I had the Lions and the Texans early as a Super Bowl prediction, but I also had I'm now starting to think it's going to be Lions and Chiefs, which that one could be a really good game. And then maybe potentially Lions and Ravens if we do get that game.
Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, the Lions, I think, are right now the front runner to take the NFC. Because if we look around the NFC, the Packers, they're up and down. The Vikings are up and down. And then the NFC West is just flat out wide open. The NFC South, the only team up in the lead in that division is the Falcons. And then the Eagles and Commanders are pretty much in a battle for that division.
Yeah, a lot of battles going on this season.
Yeah, I mean, the Commanders have been a very big surprise, if you ask me. I was not expecting this from the Commanders.
Neither did I.
So, but I'll let you go, Jack. I'll let you go.
Yeah, considering it is your stream.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
take
All
care.
right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. But that was my friend Jack. His father is a Seahawks fan, and his mom is a Detroit Lions fan. So, I mean, it's pretty good on what we've seen from both those teams. I mean, the Seahawks, even though they're under 500 at the moment, I do see potential that they could try and come back. Maybe because some of the games they have are not impossible, but they're hard. Because next week they got the 49ers, but we'll see. But I'm going to see if I can possibly give my friend Steven a call. But let me text him first. So, are you cool? Me calling you on my live stream. So that you can talk about your Steelers. Let me see if he responds, because I don't want to call him if he is uncomfortable with being live. Just to throw it out there. So I'm gonna see from my pal Steven. He's a Steelers fan. I've known him for some time. I met him at my old apartment complex that we had, and I was in back in my old city in nearby my old school in Union High School, Vancouver, Washington. So he's a good pal of mine. So I'll wait for him to respond, but I think he's right now with his family right now. But I mean, the Steelers, they have been a shocking surprise. But I mean, like Jack said, there's been a lot of surprises in the NFL. The Lions are just right now looking like the most dominant threat in the NFL right now. And then the Chiefs, they're still undefeated. And somehow, some way, they always find a way to escape. They always find a way to escape. And right now, just looking at it, they could possibly go undefeated. But we'll see. But, oh, Tom Grossi, how you doing, man? Oh, man, we got a Grossi raid. Oh, man, we got a Grossi raid. Oh, my goodness. Last time this happened, oh my goodness, I was live during a Chiefs and what was it? Bills game. So good day to all those people of Tom Grossi. Good time to be a Packers fan right now. As you can see, I'm a Seahawks fan, but good to have you all in here. But man, be sure to shoot me some questions if you have them, because I'm gonna call in my pal here. Maybe in just a second, but we got a 49 fan in here. But I mean, that's gonna be a good game. We got a Seahawks fan in here also. But Tom Grossi, I know you're just faking that out, my friend. But man, I mean, Steelers maybe. I mean, I'm starting to feel that way, but we'll see. But be sure to shoot me some questions. I have the Dolphins tonight. I have the Miami Dolphins tonight. So be sure to like and subscribe on my channel. I go over everything from NFL, MLB, NHL, and NBA. So be sure to like and subscribe for this channel, because this channel has been rising from the ground up. We had a lot of shocking games this past week. But I'm going to give my pal here a call, because I wanted to call him in to ask him some questions. But we'll see. I'm going to call him right now. So let's see if he responds. But yes, I do cover Kraken as well. Hey, Steven.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I have right now a Grossi raid coming in on my side. Tom Grossi, one of the YouTubers. But I'm also live as well, so just to let you know as a heads up.
Yeah, I was watching you.
So, man, but I mean the Steelers, I went back and watched some of their highlights, and my goodness, I was surprised on how they came back in that game. I mean, and I want to hear your thoughts, because I know you were watching that game.
It was a great game, two top teams, but I think the addition of Russell Wilson, like him being the quarterback, has added a lot to the game, because of it opens up your running game. Now they got to defend against the long ball, which they didn't with Justin Fields. Justin Fields was more just a short passer, add another set of legs to the team. running-wise. Now they bring in Russell Wilson, which I told you at the beginning I didn't agree with that. Now I'm eating a little bit of crow. That's why Mike Tomlin makes all that money, and I sit on the couch and watch.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, I mean, going into this season, I know you've heard me say this, but I thought the Steelers were going to have a losing season. I really did. But now that I'm starting to see what the Steelers are actually starting to cook, I mean, it's kind of a similar situation of what Russell Wilson had in Seattle. We know this, that he had the defense of the Legion of Boom right behind him, and then he had that running game with Marshawn Lynch. Instead, this time you got Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, which you always call him the wrecking ball. Bowling ball, my bad. But also, I mean, the Commanders, just looking at this game, I mean, I was surprised on how the Steelers were making it so close. Just from what we were seeing from the Commanders, how do you think the Steelers ended up beating Jaden Daniels and the Steelers?
Well, we got a strong defense, and we got the rush on. Highsmith got hurt. Daniels stepped on his ankle. I mean, you got to remember we have the two big, outside linebackers. Of course, my boy T.J. Watt. Then you had an Alex Highsmith. And our defensive backs aren't bad. We got Joey Porter Jr., which is, he's pretty strong.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you know this or not, but he's the son of Joey Porter that played in the Super Bowl for the Steelers, actually. I'm not sure if you knew that.
Correct, yeah. When they came out the other day in Pittsburgh, Joey Porter came out and started the game for him, and Joey Porter Jr. was sitting on the bench, and they were filming him on camera, and he goes, "That's my dad." It was really cool. You could read his lips. He goes, "That's my dad." So he was.
Yeah, I saw the mic'd up version of him when I saw that, but I didn't know that from the from the get-go.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's his dad. He's a linebacker. He was strong. Joey Porter was strong back in the day. I mean, he still looks like he can play. You get these one guys that go completely fat and aren't going to do nothing, and then you got these guys that go, damn, they can go out there today and play still. Howie Long, as old as he is, I mean, you look at him and go, he looks like he can still play. With the suit on, looks good.
Yeah.
You look at Terry Bradshaw, the only thing he's playing with are Oreo cookies.
Yeah. But also, I did want to ask you this just before halftime comes to a close. We know that the Steelers face the Ravens this week in a very big AFC North showdown. What do you think are some keys in that game going against Lamar Jackson and the Derrick Henry offense?
Well, again, Derrick Henry's a great runner, but you're going to put him against the defense. Cam Hayward clogs the middle up every time, and they do a job. You got T.J. Watt, Highsmith will be back, and, they'll clog up the ends. And I think that they will, of course, if I was a bet man, which we know I am, I would say there's going to be at least one or two sacks on the Steelers side. And I think they'll shut him down. He's not going to have the throwing game. And then I think now, again, with the addition of Russell Wilson playing quarterback, they got to be aware of the deep threat, which opens up our running game. Najee Harris looks like he did when he first came out, when we were running and gunning. So that's what I think. I think, of course, I'm going to go for the Steelers, and I think.
Yeah, I know that. I knew that right off the bat.
It's going to be a close game. Don't get me wrong. It'll be a battle in the trenches. But, I think my defense, I put my defense up against anybody's defense. And I think my offense is looking good. We just picked up Mike Williams from the Jets, and he comes out and gets the winning touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Williams, I knew that you sent me that, but it was election day, and you knew I had to go and vote, but because it was an important election. But I saw that, and I was like, I'm not sure, but I heard it over as I was going in my week 10 NFL predictions. So,
right.
But I mean, we're about to come back from half, so I'll chat with you later, Steven.
And one more thing before we go, being Veterans Day.
Yeah.
And for anybody else that doesn't know this, Rocky Bleier was the only person in the NFL to get drafted twice in the same year.
Oh.
He got drafted from Notre Dame by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then before he even got to play, he got drafted by the military to go fight in Vietnam.
Oh, that's what you were meaning by that. I was wondering what you were meaning by that.
Yeah, he got drafted twice in the same year, once by the Steelers and once by the U.S. military. So, yeah, the game's back on. Enjoy your live chat as always. And thanks for having me on.
No problem. I'll talk to you later, Steven.
All right, Antonio.
All right.
Have a great day.
See you later. Bye. Well, we're back from half. I had a long chat with some people that I had call in, but I'm going to start doing that from now on because it's a little interesting. But I'm going to start to do that more if I have a chance at halftime. But we'll see if the Rams can try to make a comeback. We had a Grossi raid for the first time since the Chiefs and Bills playoff game. So that was, of course, really cool. Shout out to the Grossi posse for popping in. And my goodness, Tom Grossi, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But Kyrie Williams running down the left side, he has got a gain of 9, and the Rams offense is finally moving. So we'll see if the Rams can get something going. Let's see what they can do. But wow, jumped up that much. My mom just sent me an information about me jumping up to 456 on that one Grossi raid. So shout out to all the people at the Grossi posse. Shout out to all of them. But we'll see what the Rams can do. They have 2 field goals, but can they get their offense going? Stafford hands it off to the middle and has got Kyron Williams. Gets the first down, but is stood up immediately. Gets enough for the first down. And man, what a ball game we have witnessed. And I called the game against the Texans and the Lions as well. So I have that posted on my channel. So if you want to see my reaction to each of the plays, be sure to go check that out. But we'll see what ends up happening. But first and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams, near in the midfield area around their own 41-yard line. Let's see if the Rams can try to convert. Rams are my pops team. So we'll see. But Stafford throws it left side and is caught by Nakula wide open. And he is caught out of bounds inside of the 40-yard line of Miami. We'll see. Let's see if the Miami Dolphins can try and hold on. Because the Rams came back and won against the Seahawks when they were down 10. Can the Rams come back from 10 points again? Let's see if they can try to do that. But I need to see them first in order to believe it. Because they had a ton of miscues last week against Seattle. But mainly the Seahawks beat themselves. But first and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams. Let's see if they can get a touchdown on this drive. They've not scored a touchdown. Kyron Williams right side, and he gets about a gain of 8 to 9 yards and close to the first down. And Kyron Williams in the run game is going off right now. So we have the Grossi raid. So shout out to all the people in the Grossi posse. Oh man, that's always good to have pop around. But we have an injured Dolphin on the play. As it is, I'm trying to get the number. I don't know who the player is. Let's see. I'm trying to zoom in on his number, but I did not see it. But, I mean, Tom Grossi, he's a really good guy. I sent him a fan letter as well, so I'm hoping he receives that. But we're going to commercial after the injury, so, wow. We'll see what ends up happening, but we'll see. But went up about, oh man, how many? I think it was at like 410 subscribers going into this game, into this stream. I gained about 46 subscribers, but we are receiving technical difficulties at the current moment. So let me see. If I can get that back online. So let's see. Can we get the game back on? There we go. Alright. This thought I'd fix it in the commercial break. So, but man, we had a lot of people pop in during the Grossi raids. So shout out to all those people in the Grossi raids. So, but man, we have witnessed by far a really good game. It's been really close, and I did think it was going to be close coming into this game. but I still do have the Miami Dolphins getting this win because I saw what this team had done in the past, and I saw the Rams game for once, so I think that gives me an edge over some of the YouTubers that did not watch that game. So, the Seahawks, I've said this from the get-go. They beat themselves last week in the game against the Rams. They had multiple miscues where they could have had points. They had multiple missed opportunities of getting takeaways. But the Seahawks got a very tough opponent next week in the 49ers that they have not beaten in 7 games, which is the longest streak that the Seahawks have had against the 49ers in recent history. So I hope that streak can get broken sooner rather than later. Hopefully it doesn't have to wait until next season. But handoff to Kyren Williams up the middle. He's got a first down inside of the 30. And the Rams' run game is getting established enough. So, Kyren Williams was getting in the face of number 4. Oh, man. Some chirpiness going on between the Rams and the Dolphins. So, that one should have been a flag. I'm not sure if, no, it didn't come in, but we'll see. That should have been a flag, but we'll see. But the Rams trying to keep their hopes of the playoffs alive. But, he lost the football in the back, and he is sacked. It is the former Seattle Seahawk, Jordan Brooks, in there on the sack after Matthew Stafford had trouble with the snap. It's Jordan Brooks, the former Seahawk, getting the big-time wrap down and a sack. But let's see. Just snapped it over his head, but luckily he was able to tip it into his hands because that could have been costly. That could have been very costly for the Rams. But the Rams now backed up to their own 41. It is 2nd down and 23 now for the Los Angeles Rams. Stafford hands it off to Kyren Williams, and he is brought down only for a gain of 2. It's Calais Campbell, one of the Dolphins, in there on the tackle. But that brings up 3rd and very long for the Rams. 3rd and 21 for the Los Angeles Rams. Can they convert? But 3rd down, they have been 0 of 6 tonight. And they've had the season conversion has been ranked 36% of 3rd down conversions, which is the 2nd worst in the league. So we'll see if they can convert here. But the Rams trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Flips it right side to Nakula, but is going to be snuffed out and erased. And he is going to be brought down, and that will force the Los Angeles Rams to another field goal. So they'll have a chance to get within a point with an extra field with this field goal. They have not put up a single touchdown today. But Nakula, this man, even though he threw a punch last week, he's been a really good, reliable receiver. So luckily he hasn't thrown a punch yet. But 52-yard attempt coming up for Joshua Carty. He made a 53-yard and 34 yards. Can he make this? So, kick is on its way, and it is right down the middle. It is good. So, the ball, hang on, we got laundry. There's a flag down. And a false start on the Rams, so that'll back them up 5 yards. So that'll make it a 57-yard attempt. And it was Limmer guilty of the false start. So we'll see if Joshua Carty can try it from 57 yards. He originally had it, but a false start against the Los Angeles Rams. But we'll see if they can improvise on some points. 57-yard attempt upcoming for Joshua Carty. Let's see if he can make it. And Carty waiting for the snap. And the snap is up. It is on the way. It is no good! Wide right! And it is wide just to the right. As the Rams miss a big-time field goal, the first miss of this football game for either team. And the Dolphins get a big-time stop and hold firm as they will get the ball back around midfield. So big time play by the Dolphins. But man, this game has been really good throughout most parts. But the Rams, they had to get points on that drive, but they couldn't get it. So I have the Rams in this game. Let me go back to some of those comments that I got from some of the Grossi raid. So yeah, I mean Russ is back. I do think Russ could potentially be back. So but I'm going through some of the people. So enough through your team has haunted us from a Packer fan. Yep, that game's gonna be very fun between the Packers and the Seahawks. That game's gonna be very fun. Because it's a great rivalry. So, and then some other ones. Grossi Raid, Go Seahawks and Kraken. It is David Gribb, new subscriber, nice. I covered the Kraken, but the 49ers, yeah, they do face the Seahawks next week. But Ravens, I mean, they could make it, we'll see. Hockey, yep, hockey. But, oh, God, I had a Bills fan in here at one point. And that's either a Chief or a 49er from green, red, and gold hearts. So, I mean, yeah, it's probably Gino that is the man hurt right now. Yep, love Bobby Wagner. Still represent him to this day. So, trying to go up. Man. Had a few, but I've been trying to keep on my eyes on some of them. So, but we'll see. But the Seahawks will play the 49ers next week. I'm still going back and forth on who I'm going to pick. Because the Seahawks, if the team that shows up that is going to beat the 49ers, if that team shows up, I would have the Seahawks. But if they just go out there and beat themselves like they did against the Rams, they're going to lose. But we'll see. But that game is in next week. I'll be going over my prediction on that during my Week 11 predictions. So, handoff up the right side to Achan, gets about a gain of 1. It is still in the third quarter as we have 9 minutes left to go. But we'll see. But I'm going to start to do that call-in at the half onto a random person, to a random family member of mine. But I'll be sure to let them know in advance. So, we'll see. But we'll see. So, see, the Dolphins have 2nd down and 8 coming for the Dolphins at their own 49. Tua looks to throw. It is caught by Jonnu Smith. And that's a 1st down for Miami. And the Dolphins get a big-time 1st down. And for the record, Tom Grossi, I had the Dolphins if they win this one. Just for the record. But we'll see. I'm trying to get in communication with Tom Grossi to see if we can potentially do something right now after he's had 2 Grossi raids have sent my way. He sent 2 Grossi raids my way. 1 last year and then 1 this year. So hopefully we get some more of that. Trying to build this channel from the ground up. But 1st and 10 for the Dolphins at the Rams 41. Handoff to Achan. Gets a gain of 2 on the play. But it's wrapped down by Davis on the bring down. But it looks like a player for the Dolphins is going back to the locker room. It's 29. I don't know the name, but it's one of their defenders, so he is heading back to the locker room. It's Fuller. Let's see what happened to his injury. Ooh, yeah, he might have awkwardly twisted that shoulder, but oh, we got someone in here. So, trying to read that, but got someone in here. Got Tamala Moore. How's it going, man? What's going on with you? But Tamala Moore is the most high and unstoppable, too. I'm not sure who it is you're talking about. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who you're talking about from that. But a huge pass down the field as I was in the middle of that. To the Dolphins inside of the 30-yard line. He distracted me there for a minute, man. But Tua makes a big connection with the tight end, 81, so they're down inside of the 35-yard line after the big gain. But it's 3rd and 3. Tua looks to throw, throws it midfield, wide open caught. It is Jonnu Smith still on his feet, and he is gonna go. Or wait a minute, was he in? Just short of the end zone. Oh my gosh. I thought he was in for a second. Jonnu Smith almost took it to the house. But man, what a play. And yeah, his elbow was down. Just a yard short of the end zone. And Miami is in red zone range. But what a broken tackle by Jonnu Smith. What an amazing play. And the Dolphins trying to take this game. Trying to call it game early. Seeing if they could try to put it into this game early. Tua and the Dolphins are going to take a timeout because the clock was running down. And a timeout called by Miami. The first timeout of the game, of the second half for Miami. We'll see if they can win this game. Because for the record, Tom Guazi, if the Rams do lose, I have the Dolphins. So, just for the record. But we'll see what happens. But it's looking like Jonnu Smith was the man that made the catch. The tight end for the squad. But what an amazing play by Jonnu Smith. Being able to break two men's ankles, pretty much, and just almost getting into the end zone. Just a yard shy of the end zone. But the Dolphins now are threatening and are in the red zone for the first time this game. Even though they had a touchdown earlier, that was from the 20-yard line. So we'll see offensive TD scores on the last 24 drives from the 1-yard line. We'll see if that's going to be, that streak will continue. So, Tua hands it off to fakes the handoff, throws into the end zone, touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown in 7 games. His first touchdown in 7 games, and the drought for Tyreek Hill is over. As the Dolphins have extended their lead 17-6. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Let's go, baby. The Dolphins, I had them picked. For the record, for those people that didn't, I had the Dolphins picked. So, we'll see what happens though. But still plenty of time left. There's still about 20 minutes approximately to go in this game. But the extra point is on the way and good. So Miami expands their lead 17-6 as we got Laundry on the field. It could possibly be at the end of the play. Is it Puka Nacua throwing another punch? I don't know, but if it is, he's going to be ejected again. But we'll see if that is going to be him. But here's the ref with the call. Let me unmute this for a second. Some weird reason it is not looking so, it's not working. So personal foul on the Rams. A personal foul on the Rams. I think it was leaping, so it'll be enforced on the kickoff. So that is a costly penalty for the Rams. And they're saying, where's the flag? Where's the flag supposed to be? I'm not sure exactly what ended up happening. But we'll see. Tyreek Hill and OBJ on that celebration. Oh man, that was awesome. They pretty much did like a WWE takedown. Pretty much a WWE type of celebration. Pretty much to Tyreek Hill. But his first touchdown in 7 games. Oh my goodness. The Cheetah finally getting his ball into the end zone for a touchdown. Finally. Oh my goodness. And it's a good sign for me because I had the Dolphins picked. So we'll see if that is going to continue because I had the visual going into this football game, which I took as an advantage going into this game. Because guys like Tom Guazi that had the raid in here earlier, he is a good YouTuber, but he did not watch that game between the Seahawks and the Rams. I, as a matter of fact, did. and I saw what the Rams were doing, and I knew there was going to be a lot of concern for the Rams because of how they beat the Seahawks. I knew there was going to be a bunch of concern because on how they beat them. The Seahawks literally beat themselves. So, pretty much we're seeing the Rams on who they truly are right now, which is not a good team, what's at the very least. So, if they lose this game, they'll be 4-5, tied record with the Seattle Seahawks for last place in the division. But the Seahawks will go against the 49ers next week, which that one will be a very big matchup. I may call that game, I may not. We'll see. So we'll see. I'm going to wait for my schedule, but we'll see if I do, as a matter of fact, get to call that game. Because that game should be fun. Hopefully the Seahawks can get a win to end their streak. Hopefully that can be the case. We'll see though. But I'm really hoping that's the case. I'm really hoping that's the case. But we'll see. The 49ers, they have been looking so smooth. They barely escaped Tampa Bay. So I may go with the Niners just because of the history they have with the Seattle Seahawks in the recent years. So we'll see. I'm going to still decide later on in the week. So it is going to be carried out of the end zone, and it'll be brought up to around the 25-yard line, and that is where he'll be taken down. And the Rams offense needs to get moving because the defense of Miami has just been looking good against this Rams O-line. And finally, they're getting sacks. How come the Seahawks didn't get any sacks on Stafford? That's what I'm wondering. Because their O-line has looked terrible this game. Their O-line has looked awful. So we'll see if the Rams can make some adjustments. So 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 26-yard line after the return. Fakes the handoff. Pressure comes. In trouble. He just throws it to the ground. Incomplete. And it is incomplete. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And Miami just being able to absolutely annihilate this Rams offense so far. And I called it. I called the Dolphins to take the win. I called it. So we'll see if that is going to continue. It was Jalen Ramsey on the pressure on the blitz. And Stafford looks to throw. Throws it. It is caught by Cup. Only for a gain of 4. But is not going to get nearly enough for a 1st down. As that'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Los Angeles Rams. But Stafford and the Rams trying to come back in this football game, trying to avoid a humiliating loss this would be. But the Rams have not converted a single 3rd down today. Can they finally convert the first 3rd down of this football game? So we'll see what ends up happening. But Stafford takes the snap, looks to throw right side deep. It is caught by Cup. It is caught by Cooper Kupp. And that's a 1st down for the Rams. The first 3rd down conversion for the Rams this game. And it's about time because the Rams have not looked so smooth until then. Finally, they convert their first 3rd down of this game. Oh, man. And the Rams are trying to come back. Let's see. Did he secure it? It looks like he did. So that'll be a 1st down for the Rams. But Stafford trying to get some more points on the board. Stafford takes the handoff, throws it deep down the right field, and it is incomplete. Nakula was the intended target, and former Ram Jalen Ramsey was on the coverage. And Jalen Ramsey is having a ball game today against his former squad. And he pulls in the sword like a swordsman in his celebration there. But Jalen Ramsey won the Super Bowl with the Rams in Super Bowl 56. But now since then has been traded to the Miami Dolphins, where he's facing his former team for the first time since he was traded. So we'll see. But the Rams, 2nd down and 10 from their 48-yard line. Stafford throws it midfield, caught. It is I'm not sure who it is. It is number 8, Jefferson, I think, or Wandale Robinson, I think, or is that this Giants? I'm not sure, but let me look that up. Hey Siri, show me the Rams roster. Trying to find him. Let's see, who is number 8? Hey Siri, who is number 18 for the Los Angeles Rams? But a little bit of a gain for the Rams, and it'll be a few yards, but it'll bring up second down. But I'm still trying to figure out who that guy is. Come on, he has to know here somewhere. Oh, Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson is the guy that made that catch the last time. Second down and 5 after a carry by Kyron Williams. And Stafford fakes the handoff, flips it to Nakula. It is caught. First down and a little bit more for the Rams. But 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Rams. Trying to get back in this game. They are down by as many as 11 right now. But they need a touchdown to give themselves at least a fighting chance in this football game. But what a bring down on the play as well. But the Rams trying to avoid losing an embarrassing game. But we'll see if the Rams can finish it off. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, and all 3 timeouts left for LA. Stafford hands it off to Kyron Williams up the left side, right side. And he is going to be stood up and will only get 5 yards on the carry. It was Kyron Williams trying to gain some extra yardage, but that'll bring up second down and manageable for the Los Angeles Rams. Trying to get the amount of yardage. Second down and 4 after a gain of 6. But Cobb and Patterson doing the best blocking that they can, trying to help Kyron Williams, but we'll see what ends up happening, but we'll see. But second down and 5 coming up for the Los Angeles Rams. And Kyron Williams is snuffed. And he is wrapped down for a loss of 2. It is number 90 in there for the Dolphins. And that'll bring up third down for the Los Angeles Rams. In his hand in there for the tackle. But we'll see what the Rams can do. Can they get some points on this drive? They need to get some points on this drive to have at least a chance. If they get a field goal, then they would need a touchdown plus a 2-point conversion to tie the football game. 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Rams. And trying to convert at the 23-yard line of Miami. Stafford, he is in trouble. He is sacked once again by the Dolphins. And it's number 8 in there. And the offense of the Rams just looking atrocious this football game. Just looking embarrassing this game. So we'll see. But it was Chop Robinson also along with pressure being brought by number 8 that ended up getting the sack. So a big time play by the Dolphin defense. And it was Holland in there on the tackle. And now bring it to the end of 3 as we are going into the 4th quarter. Rams are down 17-6 with 15 minutes to go in this football game. But we will see what ends up happening. I'm going to go get some water really quick, and I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, I'm back. Just had to go get some water really quick. Oh, man. We've had a lot of interesting action this football game, so we'll see if the Rams can find a way to come back. But it's not looking that way because they're down by as many as 11 right now. If they get the field goal, they would be down by 8, which they would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie, which it is not looking good for the Los Angeles Rams. Which I stated, I went with the Dolphins in this one because of this situation. I went with Miami in this circumstance, so I got that one. It's looking like I'm going to get that one right. So we'll see what happens after this game. But shout out once again to the Grossi raid. Shout out once again to the Grossi posse. But we'll see because next week we are supposed to have a few really good matchups, including the Thursday night showdown between the Commanders and the Eagles. That is going to be a very good football game. Also, an NFC North rivalry between the Bears and the Packers. Also, you got another potential key matchup as the Steelers take on the Ravens. And then also the Seahawks take on the 49ers, along with the Kansas City Chiefs facing the Bills. And then Sunday night, you got the Bengals and the Chargers. And Monday night, you've got the Texans and the Cowboys. The battle of the Lone Star State. So we'll see what ends up happening. But 53-yard attempt upcoming for Joshua Carney. He missed one from 57, but this one from manageable from 53. Can he make this field goal? They need it. They desperately need this field goal right now to stay within this game, to have a shot. Kick is on its way, and it is good. This time, Cardi gets it. And that makes it a 8-point game. So the Dolphins have the lead still by 8. As the Rams will now need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, which their offense has just looked atrocious this football game. But next week, we have the Battle of the Lone Star State on Monday night as Houston goes against Dallas, which that one should be very fun for Houston Texans fans because the Cowboys, they are just looking very atrocious. They cannot stop the run, but Cowboys, I'm going to be trolling on them a lot during that game because it is the Battle of the Lone Star State. So we'll see if they can finally finish, if the Cowboys can finally get a win. But it's not looking that way. But a Cowboy fan actually in the Rams Stadium. But you probably not the place you want to be, my man, because you're going to be drinking a lot of beers because Cowboys are just that bad. But the Lions and Texans yesterday was a phenomenal showdown. I was calling this game. And we had one of the greatest comebacks that we had ever seen from Jake Bates and the Lions as they won the game 26-23. And that game was just phenomenal. I had the chance to call that game, so that was just an amazing call. If you want to check that out, that is in my live stream section of my channel, so be sure to go check that out. But 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. Tua throws it right side, batted it away and incomplete. Could have been intercepted. But the Rams, they desperately need to get a stop. They cannot allow the Dolphins to any more points, or else the football game is out of their grasp. But hold on, we've got a flag. A late flag comes in. We'll see what that is. It might be against the Rams. It is a personal foul against the Los Angeles Rams. It is Brown. Bobby Brown guilty of the foul. Let's see what happened. It came in a little late. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, a headbutt. He did a headbutt. That is going to draw it every time. That is just a bad ego from Bobby Brown. That was just bad he needs to learn self-control because that cost them big time in that play. But first and 10 now for the Dolphins at the 45-yard line after the penalty. Tua looks to throw. It is caught by Jonnu Smith. Gets a gain of 2. But, don't get too cocky now, Rams. Don't get too cocky. Because we've got a lot of chirpiness going on in this game late in this second half. And the first late penalty against Bobby Brown. Oh, he was shoved from behind, and then that's when he headbutted him. They always catch the second guy. It's always the second guy regardless. It's always second man. That was what he was upset about, but still, there's no room in the NFL for that. But the Dolphins have only had 1 penalty tonight, as the Rams have had 5. And Tua flips it back to Achane. Achane gets a few yards, gets a pickup of 5, or maybe 4, but it brings up 3rd and very manageable for Miami. Trying to keep their lead. It is an 8-point game. The Rams need to get this stopped to try to keep this game alive. And they need to not allow Miami to any more points. But Beckham has not been a factor at all in this football game. We'll see if Beckham can make a few more catches because he's only had 1 catch on the night. Dolphins are 3-8 on 3rd downs. So let's see if they can get off the field this time. Tua looks to throw, throws it, and it is caught by Devon Achane. First down Miami. And the Dolphins are exposing the Rams on national television on the lights. On the Monday night lights. And I knew that. I called it. So, to all the Ram fans, But we'll see. The Dolphins are now in field goal range. We'll see if the Dolphins can keep this going because right now they are looking really good this week. And they're holding on to their playoff chances by a very thin wire. So, 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. Tua fakes the handoff, throws it. It is almost intercepted. It was intended for Malik Washington, but Roseboom almost intercepted it. Very close to possibly picking that off. Oh man, that was almost a pick by Roseboom. But just was unable to haul it in. But it was Malik Washington, the intended target. He would have caught it if Roseboom did not bat it away. So that could have been a first down if he had caught that. But it was Christian Roseboom almost picking it off. He's had 1 interception tonight. But the Rams trying to get a stop on defense. But another timeout called by Miami as the play clock was running out. But it is still in the 4th quarter. And we have 12 minutes to go. And we're going to go to commercial break. But man, we have witnessed a really tight, nitty-gritty game. And the Rams are surprisingly not looking so good. And Roseboom almost had that pick. They have looked so bad right now. They haven't even reported for a single touchdown this game. Which, I mean, if I'm looking at this is a very big upset if this happens. Which I called it, by the way, and I called Miami to win it because I just knew there was a big major concern for the Rams after this loss. I knew it was going to be a factor, so Rams just looking terrible on offense. And each team has had 2 takeaways, so the takeover battle they pretty much almost won because of a few things, but the Rams, I mean, I said this. They did not look so good against Seattle last week. They just got lucky against them. They were able to get that touchdown pass in overtime because DeMarcus Russell was wide freaking open. But this Rams squad is just looking a bit like a terrible squad. And the Seahawks beat themselves. And I said this. The Seahawks offense ain't the Dolphins offense that is high stacked left and right. One of the fastest offenses in the NFL, even though their record doesn't speak for it. But we'll see because the Rams are very close to being massively upsetted by the Miami Dolphins, which this would be a very big surprise. And they would pretty much expose the Rams because I didn't think they were a good team going into this game, and I still think that until they beat a really good team. So we'll see if the Rams can try and come back, but they need to try it. They really have to try and come back, or else there's going to be a lot of talk about if Cooper Kupp should have been traded at the deadline. But also, college football next week on Saturday. I may potentially call some of the late games, but we've got Tennessee at Georgia, one of the late games, but it's pretty much getting near to that college football marker. So we'll see if I can do that in those streams. And Tua looks to throw, has time, he's in trouble, he is sacked! Brought down by Kobe Turner and Jared First on the sack. And that'll bring up third and very long outside of field goal range. So the Rams get a huge sack, and they needed this to at least keep hope of winning this game alive. They cannot allow Miami to any more points. If they are going to win this football game, they cannot allow them to a field goal at the least. Because there's no way they're going to get 10 points in 10 minutes. I don't think that's a high case. Because they would need to get a defensive stop in order to keep the game alive if they were to get a field goal. 3rd and 19, they need to get at least to the 35-yard line to get in field goal range. Tua has time, throws it deep, it is caught. Raheem Mostert, first down, Miami. And the Dolphins get a first down, but hold on, we got a flag. Oh man, is he coming back? It's out to the 21 for right now, but is it coming back? It looks like from Tua's indication, it is against the Rams. Let's see what it was. Let's see what happened. Holding on the defense, and it is declined. It is a first down for Miami. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm a Seahawks fan normally, but today I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. Today I'm a Miami fan. Today. So we'll see if the Rams can stop them, but it's not looking like that. Huge first down for the Dolphins, and they're looking to upset the Los Angeles Lambs. We'll see, but Tua hands it off to Achane, gets about 2 yards on the carry, and the run game has been useful in that game, but Achane, coming out of Texas A&M, he has been a massive piece. He came from Missouri City in Texas, so that is really cool. And coming from a Lone Star State. But 2nd down and 8 upcoming for Miami after a gain of 2 by Achane. But we'll see if Miami can hold on to get the win, which it's looking like that way right now. It's 2nd down and 8. Tua. Oh, it's a reverse! And Waddle almost gets a positive game, but the defense was not fooled at the least. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Miami Dolphins, but they're in field goal range. So the Rams are going to need to try to get a takeaway right now because they cannot allow Miami to a field goal. They cannot allow it. Because any point from here to the end of the game, if the Rams force any points on Miami, the Dolphins are going to win this game. But it's 3rd down and 9, actually. So 3rd and 9 upcoming for the Dolphins. Tua looks to throws it. It is caught by Waddle. He is going to be brought down only for a gain of 2.5 yards. But it is going to bring up 4th down. But that will force the Dolphins to kick a field goal. So the Dolphins... Jason Sanders is a really good kicker, so he's the most reliable kicker that there is. So Dolphins are going to just kick the field goal, and they're just going to take the points. So Rams not looking good for him. So Jason Sanders, 37-yard attempt to try and put the dagger through LA's heart. Let's see if they can do it. And Sanders' kick is up and right down the middle, automatic. And the Dolphins lead 20-9. And they might have just put the dagger in this game on that. But the Rams need to get a touchdown this next drive or it's over for the Rams. And I called this upset. I called it. So we'll see if this is going to continue. Okay. We'll see if the Rams can try to come back, but it is not looking like it's going to be the case. But I called it, Tom. Just for the record, Tom Gauzy. I called the Dolphins, so just for the record. But, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there because I had the Tom Gauzy raid throw out earlier because Tom Gauzy, I watch him sometimes to get some of his analysis on things. But I had the Dolphins in this matchup, and it's looking like I'm going to be right. Because the Dolphins, they are looking so good right now. The Rams just look atrocious. Their offense cannot get a touchdown. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. So maybe they're going to lose to the Patriots next week. Who knows? Because the Patriots have been looking good. They're on a 2-game win streak. And also, so have been the Carolina Panthers. But we'll see. But hey, girls, no barking. But we'll see if the Patriots can pull off the upset against the Rams next week. Because the Rams, if they lose this week, there's going to be a lot of questions if they're going to beat the Patriots next week. Which right now at the moment I have the Rams, but not at this current juncture in time. Alrighty, so we'll see, but the Rams have looked atrocious, and they are close to tying with the Seahawks for last place of the division. So, and then the Seattle Seahawks will have a very big game against the 49ers to determine who will be in second place of the division after next week. But the Dolphins trying to get back up into their division race. If they win this game, they will jump ahead of the Jets for second place in the division. So we'll see if the Dolphins can win this game because they are going to try and win this game because they are looking like right now they have a chance to. And I called the Dolphins. I called it to all those people that doubted the Rams, that were doubting the Dolphins. So we'll see if the Dolphins can hold on. We got 9 minutes left in this football game. Anything can happen. So the Rams get it into the end zone for a touchback, but chances to win the NFC West, the Seahawks sit at 4%, which is pretty obvious because the Seahawks have not won the division in some time. The Rams right now sit at 11%, the 49ers sit at 36%, and the Cardinals have sit well at 49%. The Cardinals, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Cardinals. They are looking really good. I don't know what is going on with them. But 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 30. Can the Rams get a touchdown? They need a touchdown this drive or this game is over. Stafford looks to throw, throws it right side. It is caught by Cup. 1st down around the 50-yard line. But the Rams need a touchdown this drive or else this game is over. And the Dolphins need an interception to end this game. So we'll see what happens in this game. Can the Rams try to come back? Stafford looks to throw right, left side, caught by Davis Allen, I think, and he's wrapped down immediately. Not much yardage on the carry, but that'll bring up 2nd down. I think it was Davis Allen with the catch. But we got a hurt Dolphin on the play. It is number 4 that is hurt right now for Miami. And he is grimacing in pain. He's holding on to his leg. Let me see who that guy is. Hey Siri, show me the Miami Dolphins roster. So it is number 4. Let's see who that is. Caber Kohu. So He's right now injured. Kabukahu is down, but they're coming back from commercial very early, so he might have just gotten off the field. So we'll see if the Rams can try to hang on, but it juked us out. It juked us out. But I mean, the Rams have just looked terrible this game. They look as bad as the Jets right now. That's how bad they're looking. They're looking as bad as the New York fraudulent Jets right now that just lost to the Cardinals. And I just don't think that the Rams are a good team at all. I think they just got lucky last week against my Seahawks. And I called this upset. I knew this was going to happen, so the Rams, I'm sorry, but the Rams go out this week, I think. I think that our Rams go out today. So, Tom Rossi, I know you had the Rams, but I had the Dolphins, so I had that advantage of going into this week. So if I get this one right, I think I'll tie my last week's record of 10-4. Or, no, I was 11-4 last week. I would be 10-4 this week. So tying my record of, I actually have never been 10-4 this season. So this would be the first time I've been 10-4. So if the Dolphins win, I'll be 10-4 on the week. I'm over 500 I've been over 500 every single week this season of my predictions. So that is really good for my channel's growth. As I've only had 1 week ever that I've been under 500 in my picks. And that was last season. But, yeah, Kohu just got leveled by Kyron Williams. It looks like he just got slammed to the ground. He got hit right up in his shoulder. Oh, that helmet hit the rib cage. Hit him right in his chest. So Kohu is out on a sideline as number 33 will cover in for him. But second down and 5 from the Dolphins, 46.5-yard line. Stafford looks to throw, throws it right. It is caught by Nakula, and he's going to be wrapped down at the 25-yard line. But they need a touchdown this drive to try to at least stay in this football game. They need a touchdown this drive or this game is over. Because even though it's an 11-point game, they have to get a touchdown this drive to have at least a little hope. And Puka Nakula gets the first down at the 25-yard line of Miami. And Stafford throws it. It is caught. It is caught at the 10. And that'll be first and goal for the Rams for the first time tonight. For the first time tonight, the Rams will have a first and goal. But did it hit the ground? No, it didn't. So he made a great catch. First and goal for the Rams. Stafford looks to throw, looking towards the end zone, overthrown, incomplete. Didn't even have a man in the area. So that'll bring up second down and goal for the Los Angeles Rams. They have to get a touchdown this drive to keep their hopes alive of getting this win. They need to get a touchdown this drive. If they can't come out with it with any points, this game could very well be over. So they need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and a field goal to tie the game. So it is second and goal for the Rams at the 10-yard line. So come on, Dolphins. Hold strong at least for me once. I'm relying on you for one time. So second down and goal. Stafford looks to throw, throws it right. It is caught by Taylor Johnson down to the 4. It brings up third down and goal from the 4. Come on, Dolphins, get the stop. I'm relying on you. You got one job. One job. And that's to stop the Rams. Get a stop. Come on, baby. So first and third down and goal. They have been 1 of 9 on third down conversions. Let's see if that is going to... the stream is currently cutting out right now because of internet issues. Can you all see me just fine? I'm wondering if you all can see me just fine because... we had a little blackout between of the internet here. Can you all hear me and see me just fine? Let me know in the chat or let me know in text if you're someone, one of my family members that are watching this. Let me know if you all can see me. But the offense could not get it into the end zone, and that'll send Joshua Carty out to kick another field goal. And this one will be a 22-yard attempt. Kick is right down the middle and good. But now the Rams need to get a touchdown. And thank you, so I want to know. But the Rams trying to avoid going to 4-5. Trying to avoid going to the same record as the Seattle Seahawks, tied for last place in the division. But the Dolphins, they are looking like they're going to hang on. They are looking that way right now, but they have to get a score here, or else the game could likely be in the hands of Matthew Stafford, which you do not want that. If you're a Dolphins fan, you do not want to put it in the hands of Matthew Stafford. But, man, this game has been roller coaster of emotions. The Dolphins started off with the lead, and they've had the lead the entire time. And the Rams have just looked awful. They have looked awful this game. And I looked at this saying that the Dolphins are the better team in this matchup, and I've looked at it right. So, Dolphins, I got y'all this week, so let's see if they can get a score to put the dagger in this football game. Because remember, the Rams need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie the football game. And if that happens, we could likely see overtime, which you do not want to put in Matthew Stafford's hands. You do not want to put it in Stafford's hands. So, Dolphins need to have a long, lengthy drive and score. Need to have a long, lengthy drive and score. But next week, we will have the Battle of the Lone Star State on Monday night, which I will be doing, hopefully, which we'll see. But that is going to be a very fun game, because I love trolling on those Cowboys. I love trolling the Cowboys. And I called my first Texans game last week, yesterday, which was on Sunday night. But the Dolphins, they've just dominated every ounce of this game, every way, shape, or form. And they've done it, and they are looking like they're going to come out with the victory right now. If they can try to have a long, lengthy drive and get a touchdown or a field goal, they could likely put the dagger in this football game with 6 minutes and 31 seconds to go. Oh, come on, Miami. I want to see them win. I want to see Miami win because I had them. And also want to have their playoff hopes still alive. And Mostert gets the ball in the end zone, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. So Miami and the Dolphins trying to get into the playoffs, but since 2022, the Dolphins have had, under Tua, has been 20-15. Meanwhile, under all other quarterbacks, is 2-7, with other quarterbacks not named Tua Tagovailoa. So Tua, I think, needed to come back in order for the Dolphins' chances to stay alive. And they are looking like they're going to keep their hopes alive of potentially maybe sneaking into the playoffs. But 1st and 10 for Miami. Handoff up the middle to Achane. And, Jalen Wright, my bad. And it's the rookie out of Tennessee with a gain of 4 to 5 yards. And that will keep the clock ticking, as it'll bring up 2nd down and 5, and the Dolphins are going to try to use up as much time as they can. The Rams have all 3 remaining timeouts. They're probably waiting to use it until later. But the Dolphins have been on a 3-game losing streak. I think that streak should end today, right now, because they need to get this win. I think that this is the time that they're going to win. So we'll see. But Tua hands it off to Wright again, this time for a loss. And that'll bring up 3rd down for the Miami Dolphins. Can the Rams get the stop? They need to force them to a 3-and-out. They cannot allow them to score any more points, or else this game is over. Which good standing up by the Rams defense at that point. Can the Rams get the stop? They have to get this stop to keep the game alive. And they cannot allow the Dolphins to any more field goals, or else this game's over. 3rd and 6 for Miami. Has to be a pass. And Tua looks to throw. Has time. Being pressured. Throws it and it is caught. First down, Miami. It is OBJ for the first down. And OBJ gets a huge catch. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But Miami just absolutely dominating on the Los Angeles Rams. And I saw this coming. I saw it coming. Because the Rams did not look so good against the Seahawks in a winning effort because the Seahawks pretty much handed them the game. Because on how bad they've been playing. Seahawks should get DK Metcalf back this week, so that should hopefully help. So 1st and 10 for Miami at the 45. Tua throws it left side. It is caught for the first down again. This time it's Malik Washington, the rookie out of Virginia, with the first down catch. And it looks like the Tua and the Dolphins are going to try to put the dagger in this game. Come on, baby. End it off with a touchdown. End it with a touchdown. I want to see this. And it was Carl that was in there on the coverage along with Williams. And Tua and the Dolphins get a huge first down. Let's see if the Dolphins can get a touchdown. Can they do it? Let's see if the Rams can get the stop. I'm going to back up because I think I might know what's happening next. I'm hoping. And a handoff up the middle to Wright. Or was it Achan? Achan for a few yards carry and a gain of possibly 6. Come on, Rand. Come on. Come on, Dolphins. Come on. 2nd down and 5 for Miami. Trying to put a dagger in this game. 3 minutes to go. All 3 timeouts remaining for the Los Angeles Rams. But the Dolphins are trying to put the dagger in this game right now. They are trying to put the dagger through the heart of LA. Come on, Rand. Come on, Dolphins. Come on. 2nd down and 5. Tua hands it off of the middle to HM. Lost a gain of only a loss of 1. Is stood up at the line by Bobby Brown. And they'll bring up 3rd down for the Dolphins. Come on, Dolphins. At least get a field goal on this one. And they need to get a touchdown or a field goal. But timeout called by the Rams. Trying to save as much time as they can. But they are down by 8. If they have another field goal made, it would be an 11-point game, which would put the dagger through the heart of LA. Let's see if the Dolphins can upset the Los Angeles Rams. I called this, by the way, for those of you that do not know. So let's see if the Dolphins can find some way to come over LA. Come on, Dolphins. You're having a little talk right now because the Rams called a timeout. Come on, Miami. Come on, Tua. You got one shot. 3rd down and 6. Tua, quick throw to Hill on the left. It is caught close to a first down, but just not enough. Only a carry of 3, and that will force Miami to a potential dagger field goal. And the Dolphins, Jason Sanders is the most accurate kicker in the NFL. At least in this season. So this game is likely over. So Jason Sanders with this kick could put the dagger through the heart of LA. Come on, Dolphins, do it. So let's see. Jason Sanders out there to kick a field goal. 50-yard attempt. He made one from 50 earlier on in this game. Come on, Sanders. Make it. And there's still a 2-minute warning, and the Rams still have 1 timeout. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Dolphins are looking like they're going to seal the game on that. The Dolphins looking like they're going to pull the upset against the Los Angeles Rams. And I called this, by the way. So the Rams now have to get a field goal and a 2-point convert and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion in about 2 minutes. And that is not looking like it's going to be the case. So Dan Marino is happy all up in the suite. And the Miami Dolphins trying to hold on to their playoff hopes by a very slim margin. So Tua and the Dolphins are looking like they're going to put the dagger in this game. And it looks like they just did. But Stafford trying to make a comeback. But it's not looking like that's the case because each of the last 5 drives have been two made field goals and then a missed field goal and then 2 field goals made. But they cannot get a field goal on this drive. Because if they do, they would have to rely on the miracleistic onside kick, which it doesn't look like that's going to go in their favor. So let's see. Kick is off and away to the Los Angeles Rams, trying to come back, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case because the Rams have had a lot, and I mean a lot of miscues today. Throwing that interception to Anthony Walker, then having that fumble on that carry, but then having that sack made by Jordan Brooks, and then, of course, the missed field goal by Joshua Carney. But the Rams have missed so many opportunities. They have not put up a single touchdown this game. And there's going to be a lot of questions about if Cooper Kupp should have been traded, because I think he should have been. But Stafford looks to throw, pressured, and he throws it. It is caught by Kyle Williams. He's only going to get 6 yards on the play, and the clock will continue to tick. Remember, it's still a 2-minute warning, so the Rams still have some time. It is 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Los Angeles Rams. Rams trying to avoid getting an upset. And Stafford throws it left side. It is caught by Davis Allen. Oh, what a vicious hit out of bounds, and he gets snuffed short. No flag because he was in bounds. And Davis Allen just got trucked by number 91. He got trucked. Whoa, his foot might have been out, so that probably should have been a rough in the unnecessary late hit. But it's not called, but a run. He's got enough for a 1st down, but the clock will continue to tick. We got a flag though, looking potentially like it's going to be coming back. It looks like it might be a hold. Holding on the offense, no surprise because it's the Rams. And it is Steve Avalia guilty of the hold. So the Rams get backed up, and now we have 3rd down and 11 after the penalty. And it is the center guilty of the hold. Or is that number 73? I think it's close to the left guard. I think it's the left guard. 3rd down and 10. Last chance for the Rams. And with about 2 minutes to go, Stafford looks to throw. It is caught by Davis Allen. 1st down, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And the Rams are trying to come back, but looks like the dagger is already through them as the Dolphins are up 11-0. So we'll see if the Rams can try to come back. It's not looking like it's going to be the case. And the Rams have gotten exposed tonight. So we'll see if the Rams can hold on, or we'll see if the Dolphins can hold on, but the Rams, they're going to be massively upset tonight. So I called this, by the way, Tom. I called this, by the way. So we'll see, but I'm going to be 10-4 on the week. It's looking like that is going to be the case. As we are nearing 10 o'clock Central, we are almost wrapped up here in this game. So it's looking like the Rams are going to lose to the Miami Dolphins and get massively exposed. So the Rams, after beating the Seahawks, after the Seahawks gave it away to them, now the Rams are going to get upset big time against the team that the Seahawks beat in the Miami Dolphins. And of course, Tua wasn't playing that game, but still, you lost to the Dolphins. Which you should not have lost this game, because the Dolphins have a worse record than the Rams. But, the Rams have looked awful these last few games, the last few drives. Not even putting up a single touchdown. And they are just looking atrocious this game. If they don't get a touchdown, there's going to be a lot of questions driven about their offense. Because that is going to be a very big question mark going into this week. Because next week they go against the New England Patriots on the road in Foxborough. So that game just got a whole lot more interesting as the Rams are going to lose to the Dolphins. And honestly, I called this. So, Tom, you had the Rams, but I had the Dolphins, so I called it. And also, Scott Van Pelt and Drew Brees called it as well, technically. So, on the early parts of the Monday Night Countdown. 2 minutes to go. Last opportunity for the Los Angeles Rams. And it looks like they're going to get upset. And this would be the biggest upset that has happened this year against LA. So let's see if the Rams can try to come back. And Stafford looks to throw. Has time, tipped in the air and incomplete. Batted down at the line by Zach Steeler. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams. And that is going to probably almost about do it for the Miami Dolphins to get the win. And we're having some technical difficulties at this current moment in time. Let me go back to there and then click back onto this game. So let's see if I can get this game back up and running. Hold on. Got technical difficulties. Hold on. I'm trying to get the game back on here. I'm going to refresh the page. I'm thinking it's going to take me back to the main dashboard. Yeah. Hold on a second, guys. We're hanging on. I'm trying to get the game back on here, but the Rams are looking like they're going to get upset. Let's see if I can get the game back on before the next play comes. Hopefully I can get this going. So we'll see. I'm almost back to the game. So, and then there. Come on. Let's get the game back up and running. Oh my goodness, the game, not now when the game is currently still going on. I'm going to refresh the page again, so that way I can try to get this game back up and running. Okay, I'm going to wait for that link to go, and then... Sorry guys about the delay. We got technical difficulties at this current junction in time. Trying to get the game back on. I'm going to use my phone to check the score while we're waiting. Oh, here we go. So let me see if I can get the game. Come on, work with me. Hey Siri, show me the score of the Rams game. And it looks like 42 seconds to go. I'm not sure entirely what is going on. Okay, we're back. Okay, good. And Marcus Robinson was the intended target in the end zone. Lots of contact and no call. And Sean McVay wanted a flag, but they're nearing the end zone area right now. Come on, Dolphins, get the stop. And it is 2nd down. Throws it towards the end zone. Incomplete again. No flag that time either. As it was Nakula that was the intended target. It's 3rd down for the Rams. 3rd and 10 in the red zone. Trying to avoid getting upset by the Dolphins. Come on, Miami. Come on. But we'll see. But, oh man, Nakula got massively contacted, but Joshua McCarty is going to try the field goal. They're playing it safe because, remember, they need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion on top of a field goal. So they're going to attempt the field goal right now. So kick is on the way. It is good. What on earth are they doing? So the kick is through, but now they have to rely on the most dangerous move in football, which is the onside kick. And they need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion if they do get this onside kick, which it is the most rarest thing to happen in a receiving team's favor. It is extremely rare to happen. So, see the Rams trying to avoid bouncing down to the same record as the Seattle Seahawks, sitting at 4-5. The Rams trying to avoid going down there, but the onside kick is going to have to be the determining factor. Can the Rams make a miracle? Can the Rams get the most reliable onside kick? Joshua Carty had one that was successful, but can the Dolphins get this win? They need to recover this onside kick. So we'll see. Kick is on the way. It is recovered by Miami, and that will put the dagger through LA. That'll put the dagger through the Lambs. And the Seahawks and the Dolphins beat the fraudulent Rams. Oh man. The Rams fall against the 2-6 Miami Dolphins, now to 3-6, with their slim playoff hopes still alive. And the Miami Dolphins have upset the fraudulent Rams. Oh my goodness. And there it is, the final knee, as the Los Angeles Rams have fallen to the Miami Dolphins in the largest upset this season. And the Rams get exposed by the Miami Dolphins. And I called this, by the way, Tom. Oh man, the Dolphins upset the Rams, and the Rams are exposed. Let's go, baby. I called this. Dolphins beat the Rams 23-15 at the end of this game, and the Dolphins move to 3-6 in second place of the AFC East, and the Rams bounce down to 4-5, same record as the Seattle Seahawks. But next Monday night will be the Texans and the Cowboys in the battle for Texas. So I'll be live next week for some of the games. I'm still questioning on if I'm going to do the Thursday night game or not, because that is going to be a really big game. But until then, I hope you all enjoyed this stream. Shout out again to the Glossy Raid for happening. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to do me a favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next stream, I'll catch you all in the next one. Ciao for now.